Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Gospel Station Sports and Talk and GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. We are live from, get this, Shawnee, Oklahoma. We're back out here at the beautiful home of the Wolves for the 4A state championship game between your Tuttle Tigers and the MSM Rockets. It's number 1 versus number 3, and I'd like to say up to this game, this is how it was always going to turn out with these two teams. They've been among the best in the state all year long, no matter who they played. It did always feel like it was going to end up this way, didn't it, Adam?
It pretty much did. As you said, they're two of the top teams in this district, or this in the entire 4A for right now. Tuttle's number 1, Mount St. Mary's number 3. And right, we're here at beautiful Shawnee. It's a turf infield and a grass outfield, so the ball will skip a little bit if it hits that lip at the very center of the outfield. But yeah, I should expect some fireworks today. We have a great pitcher on the mound for both teams, and as Mount St. Mary's on the field taking pregame, we'll try to talk a little bit longer because Tuttle still has to go. But Mount St. Mary is the home team, and I don't really understand why. They're number 3 and Tuttle's number 1. So maybe Tuttle should have been the home team, but yeah, I expect a lot of fireworks today. You said Mount St. Mary is one of the only teams in 4A to hand Tuttle a loss in the regular season. So this game will definitely be really fun.
That is correct, and we're here on the Blake Nightingale pregame show. Blake Nightingale, 7304 Northwest Expressway back in Oklahoma City. Call 405-728-1313 for Blake Nightingale or get the State Farm app. He's your local insurance agent and big supporter of high school athletics. But, Adam, you mentioned it right there. Let's just go ahead and talk about the last 2 times these teams met. Mount St. Mary was Tuttle's lone loss in all of Class 4A. Back on March 13th of this year was a 10-2, not even a close loss, a blowout win for the Rockets. I know it's a long time ago, but if I'm Tuttle, I'm remembering that one. I'm remembering the bad taste in your mouth, and I want a little bit of payback.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Tuttle is definitely going to remember this, and that I think you said 10-2, right? So Mount St. Mary definitely has the capacity to go out here and shock Tuttle and end up winning this state title. It's definitely a possibility, and Tuttle has to remember that in the back of their mind. Their first 2 games against what was their first one before Salsa? I can't remember.
Don't worry, I'll pull up the bracket real quick.
You don't remember either.
Actually, I've got all the scores in front of me. That's why I want to pull it up. Here you go. I'll give you the bracket update. So Tuttle beat Lone Grove in Game 1 5-0.
Oh, that's right.
And Mount St. Mary beat Verdigris in Game 1 8-7. Then in the semifinals, Tuttle beat Salsa 8-2, while Mount St. Mary beat Elgin 9-5, ending up in what we have now.
I was going to bring that up because against Lone Grove and Salsa, when Tuttle played them, they had a lot of insurance in their wins. They won each game by, I think, at least a margin of 5 runs. This game, you're kind of feeling good after that, but you have to kind of expect that Mount St. Mary is a different breed right now. They're the number 3 seed, so I don't think Tuttle is really going to expect to put up as much runs as they did against Lone Grove and Salsa. But I think they have to kind of relax a little bit and not expect that, and don't get overzealous at the plate and just do what they know how to do, which is put the baseball in play really well and make the Mount St. Mary defense work. And if they do that, I think they have a really, really good shot.
Our street sponsors are Simplified Tech Solutions, Ship It Sooner, Victory Mattress Outlet, and Toro Taxes. Thanks so much to all of those local businesses for their support of the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace in Mustang, Oklahoma. Your local shipping experts. Packing, shipping, shredding, notary services, they do it all over there. Great people. Simplified Tech, 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, back in War Acres. That's Eric Wines over there at Simplify, just east of Bethany High School. Also helps us out with all our technological stuff, which is why we get to come out here and do this. Then Victory Mattress Outlet. I mean, what can we say about Victory Mattress Outlet that we haven't said a billion times?
They got some soft mattresses. If you need a soft mattress, a really good high quality one, go down there.
That's true. It's true. Then Toro Taxes, 5909 Northwest Expressway in Suite 249. They helped me with my taxes this year, and let's just say I escaped a little bit of trouble with their help. So tax season may be over with, but it's never too early to get a start on next year's. Stop by Toro Taxes, 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249.
Now we're off to a great start, aren't we? I can't believe I forgot about Lone Grove, the school that our grandparents taught at, and they actually came to that game. I don't know how I forgot that. Our grandparents came to that game, and I just forgot. So, sorry, Grandma, if you're watching, but that was a pretty good game in its own right. But apologize for forgetting about you, Lone Grove.
It was close for a while in the opening round. Lone Grove really hung with Tuttle for about 3-4 innings before Tuttle finally broke away with a long ball.
Right. I think that's also what happened to Sallisaw. Sallisaw lasted a little bit longer than Lone Grove did, but they put up very minimal runs, or if they didn't even do that, they put up a 0. And then it happened to both teams, Lone Grove and Sallisaw. They just completely fell off the face of the map. They couldn't avoid those big innings in the first 2 innings of the game, or the last 2 or 3 innings of the game if you're Lone Grove. But yeah, they just needed to find out a way to last the entire game, I guess, just stay consistent through the entire time they played Tuttle, and maybe then we could have been seeing a different matchup against Mount St. Mary. But they failed at avoiding the big inning, which is a thing that Tuttle's really good at doing. We've iterated so many times that Tuttle is really, really good at not leaving people on base, and if you do that, you're going to score a lot of runs.
That is very true, and the wind was blowing out all weekend at Noble, straight out to left center, and what do you know? Our field is set up the exact same way here in Shawnee, and the wind is blowing straight out to left center field.
We're in the press box right now. The press box is swaying, so I think it's worse than it was at Noble. So I think we're going to see balls fly today.
That might work more than anything else in Tuttle's favor, to have that wind blowing out to left center where they have smacked 5 home runs over 2 games. Multiple 2-run home runs, by the way.
Yeah, as your Tuttle Tigers get ready to take the field for pregame, yeah, that definitely could work in Tuttle's favor, but it could just as easily work in the favor of the Rockets. I think pitchers are going to try to avoid that higher quadrant of a plate a little bit, because we've seen Tuttle and Mount St. Mary are really good at staying tall and just yanking those high fastballs and letting the ball travel. So I think the pitchers are going to try to avoid that top quadrant a lot this game.
Let's go ahead and talk about the 2 pitchers we're seeing in this one before we go to our first break on our pregame show. MSM is rolling out number 10, Jefferson Hodge. And Tuttle will be rolling out, and get this, the guy who threw the perfect game.
Mr. Perfect, Traylon Barnes.
We've seen him play a lot of shortstop recently for the Tuttle Tigers, but I don't think it was going to be any other way again. I think if you were going to one guy on the mound, it had to be Traylon Barnes.
Yeah, that's the best thing pretty much you can do as a pitcher. It's the hardest thing too. Like, the highest honor is throwing a perfect game. So, and you threw Hunter Watson, and you also threw what's his name, Johns.
Yeah, Bronson Johns.
Yeah, you threw them a day ago and then 2 days ago. And Watson, I didn't expect them to throw him, because in his outing he threw over 100 pitches, and you need at least 3-4 days of rest if you throw that much. So yeah, Traylon Barnes is the probably the best option productively, I think is the word. But yeah, he threw that perfect game, and I don't think you can ask for a better pitcher in this state championship game.
MSM is rolling with the junior in Jefferson Hodge, pitcher/outfielder. So again, when you're throwing, it all comes down to the legs, right? And again, against this Tuttle lineup, how long you can last. They're hedging their bets on the junior, someone who's been there before, an upperclassman, a leader on the team, to shut down a high-powered Tuttle Tigers offense. And yeah, Adam, you mentioned it, but they are so good about not leaving runners on base. And we saw that even yesterday again. They're replacing runners on second. They're small balling. They're drawing walks. They're dropping down bunts. Any way this team can get on base, they have gotten on base this postseason.
Yeah, that's why I love watching the Tigers so much, because I think we saw a couple times maybe Watson hits a home run over the left center wall, and then whoever comes after Watson, he immediately scores around and drops a little bunt. So that shows you how much they can flip a switch and play small ball and then play long ball, or go vice versa. And it just, against Sallisaw, they did that a couple times, and it looks like they were just not prepared for it at all. So they're definitely going to do that a little bit more times here. Like, even if they don't hit a home run, if they hit it to the wall, if they hit line drive, they very well could bunt and hit and knock that guy on first over to second scoring position. And they do really well with only 1 out on the board. They have a lot of time to play, probably more than other teams would actually think they have. And again, they're very good at knocking runners in, not leaving them on base. So if you get a Tuttle Tiger in scoring position, there's going to be fireworks.
2023's state champion Tuttle Tigers back on the field in the championship game, trying to grab their 6th in program history. Yeah, thanks to all of our sponsors. Hey, a live read right here. Misty Gosen Insurance at 201 West Main in Tuttle wanted to extend a heartfelt congratulations to Tuttle Tigers baseball here in the state playoffs. Misty Gosen features auto, home, life insurance, as well as renters and much more. Make sure you call Misty Gosen at 405-381-9329. And also one big shout out to Chilino's Mexican restaurant in Yukon. Every Wednesday, it's $8.99 enchilada night at Cholino's, 1227 South Garth Brooks. We went there at the beginning of the month. We got our great Mexican meals. You need to stop by this next coming Wednesday and get you lunch or dinner as well on $8.99 enchilada night at Cholino's.
I've been over here looking at the 3A standings for these last couple of years, and our Washington Warriors, that's where our other side grandparents live, they've won the last 4 state championships in a row for Class 3A. So I know we don't have a lot of stats for Washington in 3A, but they should probably do it again this year.
Yeah, we pointed that out before we went live here. You know, it's really good to see Washington 4 years in a row and all our past ones.
Yeah. 22, 23, 24,
Yeah.
and 25.
That is pretty cool. They are back in the state championship, and we'll talk about this a little bit more on the other side of our first break here today. But at the 3A scene, Washington is the number 2 team. They're taking on Marlowe, the number 1 team. And to get this, to get to the state championship, Washington had to beat Davis 15-13.
That's a high-scoring affair, isn't it? That's definitely not a baseball score, especially in the playoffs where it's such a pitcher-dominant outing every time you go into playoffs. That's kind of a shocker.
It kind of is. And Marlowe, though, the number 1 team, had a good run themselves through Jones and Lincoln Christian. Again, we'll talk more about all the different class playoffs when we come back from break. For us here, though, in Shawnee, Oklahoma, it's 4A, Tuttle, Mount St. Mary's. And again, we've seen Mount St. Mary in so many different sports. I kind of lost track of how many times we played the Rockets over all the schools we cover, but we got them one more time here in the state playoffs, the final day of the spring semester for all these sports. Where would you rather be? I wouldn't want to be anywhere but here.
Exactly. Baseball is the best sport on the planet, and yeah, I would rather not be anywhere else either.
All right, let's go to our first break. When we come back, we'll go to a second half, if you will, the pregame show as we prepare for first pitch here in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson roof systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
The Tuttle Tag Agency at 303 West Main in Tuttle is a proud supporter of Tigers sports. Friendly service, knowledgeable, and helpful. Conveniently located in downtown Tuttle. The Tuttle Tag Agency is your nearest office for the DMV practice test. The Tuttle Tag Agency open Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. Call 405-381-2413. The Tuttle Tag Agency located at 303 West Main.
Step out of the big box stores and step into being a valued customer. Shopping local at Simar Sales and Service, your local lawnmower repair service located at 2623 OK 37 in Tuttle. A Cub Cadet dealer with a bold design and quality cut. You'll see why they're a cut above the rest, featuring DeWalt, Cub mowers, trailers, and small engine repair. Simmer Sales and Service, where value is still invested in the customer. Call 405-266-2663. Go Tigers!
Tuttle has wrapped up their in and out to the roar of the Tigers faithful here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. We're on our second half of our pregame show, brought to you by Blake Nightingale State Farm. Adam, as they head back to the dugout and get ready for first pitch, we got to do a few things here. It's time for the Coyote Pond Keys to the Game. To become state champions in 2026, what do the Tuttle Tigers need to do well?
I think there's an immense amount of pressure on your pitchers right now. Traylon Barnes, obviously, he threw that perfect game. We know he's capable of doing that. But I think this is going to be – I think I said this every playoff game, but this is going to be a whole lot more of a pitching duel. So just be consistent and hit your marks and throw away more strikes than balls. And those will be a lot more likely to play and go in your favor than obviously throwing balls a bunch. And the less pitches you can throw, obviously, the longer you're going to stay in the game. And I know they want to have Traylon Barnes in the game as much as they can in the state championship game. So I think just executing on the mound, doing what you know how to do, and just having flawless defense is probably the biggest key to the game.
Flawless defense would have been mine. I mean, we've seen some guys in the field flash the leather over our last 2 games, especially at third base. There is absolutely no way they're going to be able to keep Mount St. Mary from knocking a couple hits in. Most likely knocking a couple runs in. So they've got to make their plays in the field. You can't have a lot of errors. You can't allow a lot of free passes.
And we did see a throwing error last game against Salazar. That absolutely cannot happen in the state championship game against Mount St. Mary, because Mount St. Mary is obviously higher seeded than Salazar, and they will definitely make you pay if you do that.
All right, so the pregame rituals, if you will, have started here at Shawnee, Oklahoma. Tuttle will be the away team. Mount St. Mary will be the home team. Let's go through really quickly our starting lineups, Adam, brought to you by Taco Mayo.
All right, then I'll start it off with the visiting Tuttle Tigers. Who else but the top 3 that never change? You got Jet McCoy, Jackson Johnson, and Hunter Watson. They're your third baseman, center field, and first baseman, respectively. And then after that, we talk about Traylon Barnes a little bit. He's hitting for himself in the cleanup spot. He's on the bump today. Then our favorite Tiger, he's hitting 5th. The second baseman is Andy Forrest. I think we're going to say his name a lot more in this game, too. And as I go through this lineup, there's not a cold bat anywhere. as I remember, hit. Everybody's is insanely dangerous. Then number 6 is your designated hitter, Hudson Heathcote, followed by Dolan Pratt, the right fielder. I don't think we've seen him a lot, but he should do some damage too. Then Luke Dahlgren is actually in the 8th spot. I think they're keeping him in after he has a lot of competitive at-bats. They're going to want to see a lot of that from him again. Then rounding it out is the shortstop, number 19, Mesa Dickerson. And then you have Dakota Mallory behind the plate, but he's not hitting for himself. He's actually not in those top 9, but he is still behind the plate.
Very good. They're going through starting lineups right now. Very quickly run through MSM. See Miles Stanley at short, Jefferson Hodge, the pitcher, Wade Webb out in center, Rylan Kuklinski behind the dish, Will Grayson out at second, Sam Grayson, the DH, Parker Hayes at first, Tyler Stubblefield out in right, and Angel Rascun at the hot corner, starting at third. Looks like on the field they are still going through the lineups right now. Again, those lineups were brought to you by Taco Mayo, 101 East Main. Call 405-381-3124. They'll head to National Anthem after they meet the starting lineups, and that's when we'll go to our next break. First pitch brought to you by the FNBT, runs by Napa Auto Parts. Plate meeting happening right now in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Again, this is the 4A State Championship. There we go. Looks like they were having a little bit of a PA trouble. I think they finally got it wrapped up. Here, well, tell you what. Let's go to a quick break while they work this out, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has collectibles, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Wadsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
Polish is total grooming at 836 Garth Brooks in Yukon with 28 years combined experience, including airbrush design, nail caps on dogs and cats, as well as the Bribe Bar and pet photography. It's a dog and cat day out at Polish, and ask about the month's membership that includes a free weekly bathing and 50% off pet grooming. Go to polishgrooming.com or call 405-494-8409. Keep your fur baby happy with expert affordable pet grooming at Polish in Yukon.
Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics at 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 utilizes cutting-edge technology and personalized treatment plans centered around your goals, your comfort, and your natural beauty. Experience a range of services from IV therapy, Sculptra, acne treatments, and much more. With state-of-the-art machines like the T-Shape 2, Eris Lunara offers non-invasive, proven, and natural solutions for healthier skin that will have you feeling exquisite and rejuvenated. Other services like platelet-rich plasma therapy and peptide therapy not only enhance your natural features, but promote recovery and health at all levels. Call 405-563-1255 or stop by 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 to find out about what Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics can do for you. Remember, call 405-563-1255 today.
The parking lots are full because it's always a celebration at Chelito's Mexican Restaurant in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. With a traditional flair of Mexican casual dining where your meal always begins with complimentary chips, cheese, and salsa. Then a lengthy menu selection from fajitas, tacos, enchiladas, fish tacos, and so much more. You don't have to be shy at Chelito's. Ask for our daily specials and finish your meal with our sopapilla or pick something from our dessert menu. Oklahomans have chosen Chelito's Mexican Restaurants in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. Call 405-350-2006.
Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Congratulations to Tuttle Tiger football for another great season, an undefeated season, from your friends at Route 66 Propane at 210 North Mustang Road. For all your propane needs, tank sets, bottle fills, commercial and farm, locally owned and operated, everybody needs a little gas. From Route 66 Propane, give them a call at 405-953-7002. Route 66 Propane.
It's Girls' Day every day at Retro Rebel Boutique in Yukon, 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110. If you are looking for style and fashion for women and children at an affordable price, shop at Retro Rebel and see the amazing selection of clothing and jewelry we have to offer. Tops, bottoms, hats, footwear, we've got it all at Retro Rebel Boutique. We sell beautiful jewelry like our diamond earrings and pearl necklaces, and with our one-of-a-kind jewelry creation service, you get to choose your bling. New arrivals come in constantly, and Oliver & Co. fragrances paired with gift cards make perfect gifts for those close to you. Call 405-868-7719 or stop by 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110 in Yukon.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are a quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're a quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
Provision Home Care in Tuttle at 308 West Main Street is your Central Oklahoma home care provider, offering personalized, non-medical services tailored to each individual's needs. Locally owned and operated with over 45 years of combined experience, Provision Home Care believes that quality starts with trust, consistency, and compassion. Our caregivers are carefully screened, trained, and supported to ensure dependable and respectful care for every client. Provision Home Care offers up to 24-hour care services like mobility assistance, meal preparation, personal care, transportation services, and more. Call 405-240-9876 or go to provisionhome.care to learn more. Provision Home Care, you're loved. Our calling.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson roof systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
The Tuttle Tag Agency at 303 West Main in Tuttle is a proud supporter of Tigers Sports. Friendly service, knowledgeable, and helpful. Conveniently located in downtown Tuttle. The Tuttle Tag Agency is your nearest office for the DMV practice test. The Tuttle Tag Agency open Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. Call 405-381-2413. The Tuttle Tag Agency located at 303 West Main.
Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk and GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. Extended kind of break there. We apologize for it. There were some issues with the PA in the press box. We kind of wanted to stay off air and let them work that out before we got going. But now it's time. Everything's ironed out. It's baseball in Shawnee, state championship, Tuttle Tigers, Mount St. Mary Rockets, and Jet McCoy leading this thing off for the guys in black and white.
Yeah, and on top of that these fans are certainly ready. The Mount St. Mary faithful has shown up, as well as a lot of the Tuttle faithful. And looking at the bleachers from left to right, you're going to see your Mount St. Mary on, I guess, the field's left if you're looking away from the field. And you kind of have this deep ocean kind of blue for all these Mount St. Mary fans. And then you have a perfect divide, and as you go left, it's bam, in your face, Tuttle red. It's just a perfect divide, absolutely amazing contrast, I think you will. This deep blue and then in-your-face Tuttle red. So these fans have already been extremely loud, and they're only going to get louder from here.
In your face, Tuttle red. I like the way you described that, and I like the way you describe it indeed. Well, again, thanks to all our sponsors that have made this possible, especially Blake Nightingale for the pregame show. And as we get ready for this one, let's talk about the guy who's leading this thing off. Number 6, starting center fielder, Jet McCoy. He's had a heck of a postseason so far.
He has. I think he had 2 home runs. He has a lot of doubles and many more singles. So he really excels as getting on the base. He's a speedster in his own right. And after he gets on base, you have about 4, 5, 6, pretty much the whole lineup that is very well more than capable of knocking him over. So if he gets on the base early, he's definitely doing damage.
Jefferson Hodge, the starting pitcher for the Mount St. Mary Rockets, a righty on the bump. They're out here in this baby blue, all blue, tops and bottoms. I kind of like it.
I would call it more of a powder blue. They have
powder
blue jerseys and powder blue pants, and then that really deep royal blue, I guess I would call it, sleeves. Yeah, I really like it. It reminds me of kind of Toronto when they wear their powder uniforms.
A little bit. I do see it. Here at Shawnee's High Field, home of the Wolves, it's 340 out to the left field corner, 320 out to the right field corner, and 375 both to dead center and to left center field, right where that wind is blowing. So if you get a hold of it, you got to get a hold of it, but that wind today will help.
Right, and the dimensions in right field are a little bit shorter. I think we don't have as many lefties in the lineup as we do righties, but the ball will definitely carry anyway. You're right. The wind is blowing pretty much straight out to center field. And even though it's a little bit longer to left field, we're definitely going to see balls fly. That just means the outfield is bigger and there's more area for the ball to travel.
77 degrees and windy here in Shawnee. Gusts up to 31 miles an hour blowing out of the south. That's why that ball is going to travel. But here's Jet McCoy in the first inning, brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust Company in Tuttle. 5335 East State Highway 37. Call 405-224-2200 for FNBT. Also get the app. First pitch brought to you by the FNBT as well. They do like that first, Adam.
They do. They love to jump on the first pitch. And as you're the Mount St. Mary pitcher, you're going to want to throw one right in the zone. And if you're Jet McCoy, I expect him to attack right away.
First pitch of this game, looking for the low outside corner, and it does not find the zone. 1-0, and we are underway in Shawnee, Oklahoma. All runs today brought to you by Napa Auto Parts back in Tuttle as well. Hodge, in his motion, dealing on the 1-0, needs his first strike, and he finds it on that one, a fastball, targeting the outer middle half of the plate, 1-1.
They're going to try to do exactly what they did to Salazar. I think Salazar gave up 5 and 3 in the first 2 innings, so the earlier you can get insurance, obviously the way better.
1-1 count here. Hodge got his next pitch, goes to a high-looking breaking ball, and it threw it over the head of Jet McCoy there.
I do like getting out of the way of that. I love taking pitches and getting hit by it to help your team out. But if it's at your head, then that's when you need to get out of the way. And what I didn't really like about that is he didn't take his bat off his shoulder. That could sometimes come back to bite.
The 2-1 pitch from Hodge goes back to the fastball. McCoy offers a swing at it. Hit it well at the center. Misplayed in center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. McCoy rounds first. He's heading in for second as the throw comes in. Does he want 3? He's going to try for it. No, he slips it. Has to get back to second. But he'll take the double. Extra base hit to lead off this game.
Yeah, luckily there was nobody covering second. I don't know why both middle infielders ran out to center field. I think that's a really early miscue by Mount St. Mary. He slipped pretty much almost halfway to third base, and if there's a second baseman or a shortstop covering second, that could have been trouble.
Talk about a hard turn around the base. That's what Jet McCoy just said. He had turned on the birders. He 1-3, got the hold up.
Sometimes trying to stop on a dime like that, especially on turf, it feels like ice. So,
it's tough.
Yeah, he's probably wearing molds too on the turf, and yeah, that's really tough to do.
So here's Jackson Johnson following up the leadoff double for the Tuttle Tigers, batting out that right-handed side himself, and he's been a monster at the plate as well. Jackson Johnson starting right fielder as here's a quick mound visit from Mount St. Mary's, and that'll get a cheer from the Tuttle faithful.
Yeah, and they're only going to get louder from here. And Mount St. Mary has to get on the same page immediately. You cannot start the state championship game in the first inning not on the same page, because Tuttle, very well capable, will put up maybe 4 in the first run if you're not on the same page.
Now, I do have to clarify something. I said McCoy's the starting center fielder. Usually he is. Today he's getting the start at third, and Jackson Johnson is your starting center fielder. So here's Hodge back to towing the rubber, now working out of the stretch. One man on to deal with, no one out. Gives him a look, holds up for a second, he'll go home. First pitch, breaking ball, falls into the zone for strike number 1.
He squared around the bunt. They love that small ball. Jackson Johnson, also a speeder, out there in center field. But yeah, as we just said before a little bit ago, they hit that long ball out to center field, and now they're squaring around to play small ball. Try to keep Mount St. Mary on their toes.
Yep, no kidding. Luke Young, your play-by-play commentator, by the way. Adam goes on color and stats today. 0-1, another bunt attempt from Johnson. He gets it down. It's going to be the fielder to field it himself. Hodge goes over to first. Oh, and a collision at first base. Knocked off the hat and glasses right there of Will Grayson. But Grayson seems to be all right. He kind of tanked that one on the shoulder of Johnson.
Obviously, we don't want him to get hurt, but that's what you have to do in the state championship game. Every out is vital. If you don't get it out when you need to, Jet McCoy is already on third because of that bump, and he's going to make you pay.
Johnson did do the job with the bunt, as Adam mentioned. Moves the runner over to third. Following the bunt, here's Hunter Watson. Big home run power out of the 3-hole. The 0-0 to him. Curveball, he swung on, got a hold of it, doesn't have enough. This should be gone. 375 to left center field. See you later.
I guess you called it big home run power. Then seconds later, it's out at the left field wall. And I know we talked about the left field dimensions are a little bit longer than the right field dimensions, but that does not matter at all to Hunter Watson. I think that is his 4th home run of this entire state bracket.
This has been the Hunter Watson playoffs. A 2-run shot in the top of the first. Tuttle leads 2-0. All runs brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle. Napa knows how, so does Tuttle when it comes to hitting home runs. Base is cleared here for Traylon Barnes, the Tuttle pitcher. He's going to try and drop down a bunt himself.
I love it. Jet McCoy hits the ball to center field. Jackson Johnson scores around the bunt. Hunter Watson hits a home run. Guess what Traylon Barnes does? Scores around the bunt. I love how they switch back and forth and keep Mount St. Mary and everything they play on their toes.
When it's the Tuttle Tigers, there's no such thing as a rally killer. They'll find a way to restart it after a home run every single time. 0-1 here. Hodge comes set. Now throwing from behind. His pitch, a breaking ball that goes right into the zone. Kind of switches it up right there.
Yeah, these Tigers treat every half inning like it's the World Series. That's why they're so dadgum good. Because they have the bats to back it up, too. And they treat every inning like they have to get insurance.
Hodge way ahead 0-2. And, hey, at this point in the season, it basically is the World Series every half inning. 0-2 from him. Motion and goes. Swung on. High fly ball, left center field. This one could be trouble, and it gets down. One hops the wall. There goes Barnes heading into 2. He's got a stand-up double off of the 0-2 count. 2 doubles in the first, Adam. We are killing it with extra base hits.
That's the pitcher, too. Like, you got Hunter Watson who can pitch well and then hit home runs. And you got Traylon Barnes, another pitcher, who can throw perfect games and then do it with the bat. Like, if you're any other team that has to go against Tuttle, how do you shut that down? You can't hit him, and then he can hit you. So what do you do about that?
Well, Mount St. Mary's going to try to figure that out with a quick mound visit right now. Number 10, Tyson Kennedy, the senior, headed out to courtesy run at second. And, Adam, I don't know if there is a question or an answer to your question. No one this year, save Mount St. Mary's once, has been able to knock off the Tuttle Tigers. They have been the favorites, start to finish, all year long.
Yeah, we said before Mount St. Mary is the only 4A school that has actually handed Tuttle a loss in the regular season. And even then, they won by 10 runs. So, yeah, Tuttle knows that Mount St. Mary is more than capable of putting up a lot of runs. And they're trying to get as much insurance early as they can because they know Mount St. Mary is probably also going to score runs this game.
Andy Forrest up to bat next, follows up that double in a one-out situation. Thanks again to Route 66 Propane, one of our sponsors for today's stream. Hope everybody is enjoying an already electric top of the first.
So, yeah, after that double, our guy is now hitting, Andy Forrest. He's the second baseman wearing number 12, and we say his name a lot. He's probably our favorite Tuttle Tiger so far, just because how much we say him. But let's see what happens here, Andy Forrest.
Andy Forrest, a left-hander, steps into the box. He's got a right-on-left matchup here. Again, one runner situated on 2. First pitch to Forrest, runs outside for ball number 1. Quickly 1-0. Adam, you said they needed to keep the ball away from the top of the zone, and immediately ball's middle up coming from Hodge. That Tuttle just crushes.
Yeah, and what just happened? 2 doubles already and a home run. That's exactly why you don't want to stay in the top of the zone with the wind blowing out.
1-0, and time called. It's a balk on Hodge. There goes the runner heading over to third. More big errors from MSM in the state championship game.
Yeah, MSN just needs to wake up. Like, I don't think they realize that it's a state championship game. And then you can't do this against a team like Tuttle, the number one team seeded for a reason. Hunter Watson standing over there on third. He will score.
All right, a man 90 feet away. Still one out on the board and a 1-0 count for Forrest at the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hodge. Goes to the fastball, and he will get the called strike low inside. Ones all across the board. 1-1 and 1. Forrest stands back in. Hodge needs out number 2. The 1-1 pitch goes back high and doesn't get the strike call on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Adam, it was funny because after our game yesterday, the semifinals versus Salsall, you and Blake both said that Tuttle needed to make sure they were awake coming into this one. Looks like we had the wrong team. 2-1. Hodge in his motion, deals, fastball, swung on, fouled off into the bullpen.
This is definitely probably going to wake Mount St. Mary up a little bit because Tuttle, every time they did have that first or that second out from Jackson Johnson with the ground out, but all 4 of the batters so far have put a bat in the ball. They've put it in play. No strikeouts for him. No strikeout. Goodness.
Are you okay?
Sorry about that. No strikeouts for Jefferson Hodge, but Tuttle has done a really good job of putting the bat on the ball so far, and if they keep doing that, they're going to score more runs.
2-2 count here for Forrest. Payoff pitch to him. Check swing. Oh, called strike 3. Really? They said he went around. I'm not sure about that one, but that's out number 2 that Hodge was looking for.
I don't know what happened. I almost passed away there.
Well, we're glad you didn't. We're glad you're still with us. After Andy Forrest is retired, here's the DH Hudson Heathco. Heathco, number 30 right here. Back to that right-on-right matchup. Looks like Hodge stepped off the bump for a little bit. Wants a quick reset. Heathco still has a runner on third for him to knock in. Left field playing heavy line right now. That left center gap is wide open. It's a steal from third. The throw home, and he's going to be out by a lot right there on that one. But, hey, aggressiveness from Tuttle in the top of the first.
Yeah, very aggressive. That would have been awesome if it worked out. So I guess I was wrong in saying that run on third was going to score. But I don't know why. It's the top of the first. That run, you scored 2 runs already. That doesn't necessarily play right now, but I like the aggressiveness, just trying to throw at everything you have already at Mount St. Mary, so they can't really keep up with it.
Hey, if there's one thing Tuttle will be, it's aggressive. And actually, I don't mind that call. You already go up 2-0 after the home run. You're just trying to extend the lead, keep your foot on the throat of the Rockets here, keep that pressure up. I actually don't mind it even though it didn't work out.
I do mind that call, actually, because Mount St. Mary is going to score runs, and you need every run you get. And you just got a results there, and you threw a runner at a ball in the glove that you didn't need to throw a runner at. And you could have got a third run because that's why I mind that, because Mount St. Mary will score runs here.
All right, we're heading to the bottom half. It's a 2-0 Tuttle lead here in the first. State championship game on GSN Sports and Talk.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson roof systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
All right, bottom of the first here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. It's a 2-0 lead for the Tuttle Tigers after a big 2-run shot from the one, the only, really, Hunter Watson. It has been, Adam, as we were joking about in break, it's been the Hunter Watson playoffs this year.
It absolutely has. 4 home runs, and he's already pitched twice these playoffs in regional against Broken Bow and then against Lone Grove. So, yeah, it's definitely the Hunter Watson playoffs. He can throw the ball, he can fire it in there, and then he can do it with the sticks.
Traylon Barnes leading off. Oh, here we go. It's a ground ball right through the middle for a single for Miles Stanley. So first pitch swinging, come MSM, and they knock a single out of it. And as I was going to say, Traylon Barnes getting the start on the bump here for Tuttle, leading this thing off on the defensive side. Last time we saw him, he threw a perfect game against Hera in the Region 5 tournament back in Tuttle.
Well, that's out the window now. I guess we shouldn't have talked about it as much as we did when we were in break.
Yeah, the perfect game, no hitter, that's all out the window, but still shouldn't be too much trouble for Barnes, an electric pitcher who handles runners on very well. So one runner on first. First pitch to the next batter, Jefferson Hodge, in there for strike number 1. Very quickly, the pitcher-on-pitcher duel at him.
We saw that a lot against Salisaw. Even when the reliever came in for them, there was still a pitcher-on-pitcher duel. But yeah, I love these pitcher-on-pitcher duels.
0-1. A quick look from Barnes. He goes home with the fastball, tied up the hands of Hodge. 0-2.
I think there's a lot of pressure on Hodge right now because you saw the opposing pitcher. He's doing well right now, and then he hit a double. So he said, I kind of have to keep up with that. I have to hit a double because I'm the pitcher for the other side.
0-2. Barnes way ahead. 1 check over to first. Now 2. Takes his time, gives it a 3rd check even, and time called at the plate. No surprise there. Not a massive lead by Miles Stanley, starting shortstop over at first, but he could be threatening to go on something. He's a quick player.
Yeah, he's trusting his bats in the MSN lineup a little bit more than he trusts his legs. But sometimes that's exactly what you have to do.
The 0-2 going home. Curveball low outside, couldn't draw out the swing from Hodge. 1-2. If there's anybody that's not going to be fooled by a pitcher's pitch, it's another pitcher.
He's either a pitcher or a catcher because those are the other 2 guys that see pitchers so much and are really good at reading the seams and probably seeing that red dot as there's a look over at first, but he gets back safely. Miles Stanley dives under it. He's safe. But, yeah, as we were talking about, pitchers and catchers are really good at seeing the seams on the ball and, like, that red dot on curveballs when it comes there.
1-2 at the plate. Hodge stands back in. He's a right-handed bat against the right-handed arm of Barnes. Another move over to first. That one not in time as well. They are giving a lot of attention to the early base runner, Miles Stanley.
Hunter Watson's over there at first, and every time he flips it back to the pitcher, do you think he has a little bit of from his over 100 pitch outing 2 days ago?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. 1-2. Here Barnes goes home again. Got the swing and a miss on that one.
First base is occupied, so he'll be out anyway.
Strikeout.
I like Mallory blocking that ball and popping it up like he's going to throw to first base anyway, but first base is occupied, so that's the rule. He's out anyway.
That is good heads-up baseball because that ball was in the dirt. If it skips by and your lead runner takes an unfortunate secondary, you might have a chance to get him. All right, so Hodge retired. Here's the starting center fielder, Wade Webb, batting in the 3-hole spot. Another move over to first just to keep the runner close, see if MSM could be asleep on first. So far, Tuttle out hitting MSM 3-1, only a third of the way through the bottom half. Webb stands in the box. Here's the 0-0 to him. Curveball looking low in, and ball number 1.
Just seeing it from the press box out the window, too. He has that cool little curveball, and then he has a comeback two-seam. He's really good at tunneling. I think that's why he threw his perfect game, because he can throw that curveball and the two-seam in the same quadrant, and it just moves 2 completely different ways.
1-0 from Barnes. Fastball runs in. Oh, and he hits the batter right in the knee. Ooh, that one doesn't feel good if you're Wade Webb. But number 13 gives it a good run over to first, pumping up his dugout. It's a man in scoring position for the Rockets.
And now we're seeing already the only crowd that really has been able to contend with the Tuttle faithful, we're already seeing it, is this Mount St. Mary Rockets faithful. They're extremely loud right now, and they're about as loud as Tuttle was when Tuttle took the field for pregame. Yeah, Mount St. Mary probably won't quiet down anytime soon.
I can't imagine. They've got enough noisemakers out there to make sure it never gets quiet.
They do. They have those big old plastic horns. I don't know where they get those horns. I think they have those horns that you put in your mouth, and then they have the train horns too. I heard
someone must sell them. I guarantee you someone sells them. Nothing to the new batter. Here's the cleanup man, Riley Kuklinski. First pitch, and there's that little comeback two-seam for you, Adam. Right in there, strike one.
And how about a cleanup catcher? You don't see that too often. Majority of the times, catchers are more worried about defense than they are their bat. And even their bat, they just hit a lot of singles. But how about a cleanup catcher?
Kuklinski, nothing to one on him. One out, runners on first and second. Barnes, there's a big lead over on second, trying to dare him to throw over. He goes home, left that one low outside, ball number one.
Mesa Dickerson is all over the infield on the left side. He's going back and doing this clap hands thing that we see a lot, and then immediately running back and forth, just trying to keep that runner as close to second as possible.
One ball, one strike, one out. Awaiting on deck is Will Grayson. Next pitch here, it runs back inside, nearly hit the batter again, 2-1. That one up at the elbows.
Right, it's 2-1. Just as I said before the game started, the key to the game, pitchers really needed to hit their marks and trust their defense.
Very true, very true. Hitting the spot is important, 2-1. Barnes, a couple looks over to second again. He'll lift inside move just to keep the runner close. And now the pace of the game, Adam, with runners on, it feels like it has already slowed down. Considerably, even.
Yeah, considerably.
All right, 10:21 a.m. We got started just a little bit past 10. Swing and a miss here on the next pitch. Evens out the count, 2-2.
I think I know why it slowed down considerably, because they like to work fast when they're at the plate and just hit everything. And then when they're on defense, Bronson Johns, we saw him pitch yesterday. He works so fast on the mound. And then you switch it, Traylon Barnes, he works way slower than Johns. So that's probably why the atmosphere, I guess you could call it, has slowed down a lot.
Barnes lifts, goes home on the 2 strikes. Got a swing, and it's sent up out of play. Count will stay where it is. Still 2-2.
Even things like that matter for two pitchers. Like if you have two different starters or a reliever coming in after a starter. If you have a pitcher working really, really fast, and then the next pitcher working really, really, really slow, that can throw off the opposing team immensely, even if Mount St. Mary didn't play them yesterday. But even if they watch film, they could throw them off.
Next pitch swung on, high fly ball out to right field. Shouldn't be any trouble there. The catch is made. No tag from the lead runner as the throw comes in. And that'll be out number 2.
That was a great throw in, by the way.
It was. I worried for a second it was going to go high. But
I worried too, but Jet McCoy he took one step forward and it hit him in the chest. Yeah. That's a great throw over there by Dolan Pratt. We haven't talked about him much, but I'm impressed.
Shout out Dolan Pratt in right field. 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of 1. Runners remain on first and second. A force at any bag could get Tuttle out of this one. They're going to go for the easy out here when they get it. Here's number 5. This is Will Grayson, the starting second baseman for the Rockets. They've got another right-hander coming up to bat. Runner on second being held on pretty closely. Now they back him off. The nothing going home. Fastball left in the turf, 1-0. Adam, MSM this year put up a 30-7 season record. They went 12-0 undefeated in district. They got the better of pretty much everybody they played, but even they haven't seen an opponent like the Tuttle Tigers. 1-0 from Barnes. Swung on, hit well into left center field. That's down for extra bases. One run is going to cross. Trail runner heading to third. He's going to be sent home as the throw comes in from Jackson. No cut. It's a 2 RBI double. How about that swing of the bat?
And what I talked about a little bit ago, this is why I hated pretty much that call to try to steal home if you're Tuttle in the top of the first inning. I told you Mount St. Mary was going to score runs. They just scored 2 runs, and the game is tied. And Tuttle could have had a chance to still have the lead 3-2.
Very, very true. Very, very true. Those decisions, always interesting to think back on.
They may seem small in the moment, but they play a big role, as we've already seen right now.
Sam Grayson up to bat next. First pitch to him. Dribbles away, low inside for ball number 1. The Grayson brothers go back-to-back here. And, again, Will Grayson has now set himself up perfectly to be a run batted in. He's on second. 2-2 now in the bottom of the first. Basically a new ball game. Kind of love it between these two teams.
Absolutely. It just comes down to who wants it more.
Barnes 1-0, left low outside, 2-0.
So far, Mount St. Mary has wanted it just as much as Tuttle's wanted it, but we're going to have to find out who that edge is later in the game.
Now, if Tuttle is one of the best teams MSM will face, that does go the other way around. MSM is one of the best teams that Tuttle has faced.
Right, and MSN has beat Tuttle in the regular season, so this really could go either way.
Barnes 2-0. Skips by. Runner's going to try to advance. Dickerson slides to get it, but he has no throw. On the pass ball, it's a runner advancing and a 3-0 count at the plate.
It's kind of odd right now to look over and left and see all the Tuttle faithful, and they're silent. I don't think we've seen that once this season. Like MSN, their crowd is pretty much the only crowd that can keep up with the Tuttle crowd. Like they're only going to get louder from here.
Barnes on the 3-0. Fires in a fastball, gets swung on. A backhand by McCoy. One step, throws across, and there's the defense we needed. It's 2-2 heading into the second. 5-3 put out on an excellent play by Jet McCoy.
Excellent sliding backhand. He was on the third base line pretty much, and they just chunked it as hard as he can across the field. So, yeah, that's a definitely amazing play over there by Jet McCoy.
That does it for the first inning. Again, that one brought to you by the First National Bank and Trust in Tuttle in the Tri-City area. Thanks so much to FNBT. We're back for the second after this.
Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has collectibles, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Walsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
Polished is total grooming at 836 Garth Brooks in Yukon with 28 years combined experience, including airbrush design, nail caps on dogs and cats, as well as the Bri Bar and pet photography. It's a dog and cat day out at Polish, and ask about the month's membership that includes a free weekly bathing and 50% off pet grooming. Go to polishgrooming.com or call 405-494-8409. Keep your fur baby happy with expert affordable pet grooming at Polish in Yukon.
Hudson Heathcote returns up to bat here in the top of the second. He was up to bat when we had a caught stealing at home in the first inning. Adam not a fan of the call, but here we go in the new one. Basically a 0-0 game. The 0-0 to Hudson Heathcote passes by low for ball number 1.
I don't like the call because Heathcote didn't get to finish his at bat, and that's a bat you can trust in Hudson Heathcote.
1-0 count for Heathcote. Here's the pitch from Hodge. Fastball low outside, quick lead 2-0.
And again, when I was a hitter, I don't like having my plan immediately change like that with the runner just taking off the base. Heathcote went from trying to drive that run in to now, how am I going to be their lead runner?
2-0 pitch. In the other batter's box again, 3-0.
That kind of shifts from power, I guess, to a little bit more contact swings. So I don't like having my plan changed like that as a hitter. I know that's sometimes what you have to do, and I'm comfortable doing it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't like that call, and I don't like how he has to change to try to be the lead runner. But I guess he found a way how to be the lead runner. He just got hit in the back with a slow curveball. But as he trots down to first, maybe the score could be 3-2 right now instead of a 2-2 game. Yeah, I don't agree with that call.
Well, it doesn't seem to matter much, as you said, for Hudson Heathcote, who finds himself situated on first after the hit by. This brings up the right fielder, Dolan Pratt, number 14 for the Tuttle Tigers. Sign comes in from third base. Let's see what Pratt does here. MSM in double play depth up the middle, trying to defend against that hard hit ground ball. Pratt, though, has speed on him. He could try to square down a bunt here at him.
Right. If he wants to bunt it, he wants to keep it to the right, I think. Try to keep it as away from second base as he can, as another fastball misses high. So that's the first ball of this at bat. But yeah, try to make if you're going to bunt, try to make the pitcher run off the mound and kind of torque his body a weird direction to where he has to look at second, so he has to go to first, and that runner on second is safe.
No bunt shown yet. Next pitch finds the strike zone, 1-1.
That's one of the hardest things to do as a pitcher, fielding a bunt and then turning all the way around to second and then making a good throw to second.
Even count at 1-1 here. Runner on first does not have a large lead in Heathcote. Hodge looks over to first. He offers a throw over, but nothing going on that one. Count still 1-1 at the plate.
It wasn't really a competitive pickoff move. That was more of a pickoff move to say, hey, I see you over there, and I don't. And I'm capable of throwing over there hard if I want to. But that was just like a, hey, I see you over there kind of throw.
Right. Hodge comes set. Slow lift goes home and left a fastball outside for ball number 2. Count 2-1. You know what, Adam? I think I have an answer for you. Somebody here is selling those noisemakers. 2-1. Another ball outside on a fastball, 3-1. Because I see Tuttle with the same kind of noisemakers but in red. Someone has got to be selling them here.
That's his $1 million idea, I guess, bringing both colors of both teams.
3 balls, 1 strike. Hodge, couple looks over to first. He ends up going home. His pitch shown bunt, and he walked him.
If you're only going to have one side noisemakers, you're not going to attract the fans of the other team. So that's 2 incomes instead of 1. So that's definitely $1 million idea. We should do that next time we go to a game. I don't know where he gets those noisemakers, but we can sell them.
A hit by pitch and a 5-pitch walk puts runners on first and second here for the Tuttle Tigers with Luke Dahlgren coming up to bat. Dahlgren in yesterday's game against Salisaw was a long at-bat. He was a tough out to retire. I think, as we said in the pregame, they saw that and said, do that again. He went for what, 7-9 pitches? Inside move over to second keeps him close.
I think that's what knocked Dakota Mallory out of the hitting lineup. Mallory, obviously, he's a great hitter in his own right, but Luke Dahlgren has a little bit more capability of tiring that pitcher out, and that's definitely what they need in the state championship game.
0-0. Hodge goes home to Dahlgren. First pitch is high, and he has not found the zone yet much. 1-0. Second inning brought to you by Provision Home Care, your loved one hour calling. Call 405-240-9876 or go to provisionhome.care. They're at 308 West Main Street in Tuttle with 24/7 availability. Thanks to Provision Home Care. 1-0 count here. Dahlgren back in the box. Have to imagine he's going to see a fastball here. He shows bunt. No pullback. Now he takes it back and takes a strike. He did get the fastball, but not swinging on it yet.
Right, and you have no outs to work with a runner on scoring position and a runner on first. They try to knock those 2 runners into scoring position. They love to do the most damage, I think, with the 1 out on the board because that still gives them a little bit of insurance to work with and just let them get out of the inning quicker. But they love to work with 1 out on the board.
Dahlgren shows bunt again. No pullback on this one either. He drops it down left side. Hodge fields it himself. He'll go to first. And the throw is off the glove. It can't be made. 1 run is going to cross. The trail runner held up his third as Dahlgren goes into second on the error. Another miscue from Mount St. Mary.
Yeah, that's not an error on Hodge. That's an error on Parker Hayes over there at first. The ball hit him in the glove. He just took his eye off it when he shouldn't have, and it just skipped right by him. So that's an error on the first baseman.
Actually, not first base. First base charged on the bunt. That was an error on the second baseman.
Oh, the second baseman. I didn't even see that. So that's Will Grayson then, the second baseman. Yeah, he just took his eye off the ball, and he just didn't catch it.
That's how run number 3 crosses for the Tuttle Tigers. All runs brought to you by Napa Auto Parts back in Tuttle. Download the Napa app today and shop their wide variety of auto parts and great deals thanks to Napa Auto, 203 West May. With Dahlgren on base, here's Mason Dickerson. First pitch swinging, ground ball, hard play at third, the throw over to first. Dickerson might have beat it. No, called out at first. But he will score the run.
He slowed down a little bit. I think he's trying to avoid a collision with the first baseman. But if he charged, I know you don't want to try to tackle the first baseman, but he slowed down a little bit. That's probably why he got out with half a step.
That is a tough decision to make in the heat of the moment. Now, even though he did slow down, Adam, I'm not so sure that Mesa didn't beat out the throw anyways. But he's going to have to head back to the dugout. It's 4-2 now with 2 outs. And a runner still situated on third for the Tuttle Tigers.
Right, and he has to protect himself as much as he has to protect the first baseman. I know he's not entitled to protect the first baseman of the opposing team, but obviously they need Mesa Dickerson as much as they need a Jet McCoy or a Hunter Watson. Everybody in this lineup is vital to their success.
Well said. And speaking of Jet McCoy, he's back up to bat for his second time around. Leadoff double in the first. Tuttle has batted through the order already in the second. Hodge has had trouble with this bat already. A man 90 feet away. Here's the 0-0 to McCoy. Ran it inside, nearly hit number 6, but it's just ball 1.
I kind of expect him to kind of avoid the big bat of Jet McCoy, because McCoy last time up, he hit that deep straightaway double, and it went to the wall. So I would understand more off speeds and kind of trying to get him to roll over.
1-0 pitch. Fastball hits the low out corner.
Yeah, that's what he's done so far. He's stayed really in and really outside. He's avoiding the middle of the plate.
I mean, that's what you have to be. No doubt about that. If you can get them to flare something off right field, that's going to play much better than that hard hit barrel out to left center again. 1-1 pitch. Outside again. That one not close. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Like, Tuttle doesn't get much intentional walks either, because there's no good batter to go to after an intentional walk, because everybody is so dadgum dangerous.
Dogging over at third. 2-1 count at the plate. Hodge taking his time. Now he lifts and goes home. Fires a fastball. McCoy swings at it. High pop-up right side. Shallow right field. Could be trouble, but it will be Will Grayson making the call and the grab. That's out number 2.
I mean, I think the one you'd want to intentionally walk the most is obviously a 4-home run Hunter Watson. But even then, after Hunter Watson, you have to face Traylon Barnes, who also has a straightaway center double. So like, there's nobody good to face if you're facing Tuttle.
4-2 lead here in the top of the second. Tuttle has put up 2 runs in both the first and the second, with a chance to make it 5-2 now. As Adam mentioned, we've had a couple of doubles already through the top of the order, but Johnson the lone ground out. He had that bunt earlier. Nothing to it. No bunt attempt on this one. He's going to be swinging the whole way with 2 outs, and it's a strike called inside on him. 0-1.
Yeah, you don't need a bunt when there's 2 outs unless you are absolutely sure that you see the infielders way back in the edge of the grass. As another curveball misses outside, the count is 1-1 now. But yeah, that's the only reason you ever want to drop down to bunt when there's 2 outs, is when pretty much the corner infielders are playing in the outfield.
1-1, 2 outs, runner on third. Hodge working out of the stretch, not the windup. Lifts and goes, floats one over and just missed high. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Johnson. Hunter Watson awaits on deck. They've got Traylon Barnes in the hole. They've got to find out number 3 here if you're a Rockets fan. The 2-1, Hodge looks. Now he's got his sign and deals. Skips it by for a 3-1 count.
I don't know how much Tuttle cares about this, but I love the little things when I was in playoff. Like, looking at the umpires, there's usually 2 umpires in regular season games. But when I was in playoffs, I had 4 umpires, 1 at every base. And I just love those things. Like, the little things like that make it feel like the World Series.
3-1 pitch, swung on, line drive to second, and it's snagged out of the air by Will Grayson. The starting second baseman for Mount St. Mary comes up in the field in a big way, but Tuttle does the damage, puts themselves up 2 runs.
That's kind of maybe he feels like that makes up for his error a little bit, but I don't think so. You got 2 more runs on, so like he's gonna have to go into his next at bat with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to try to get those runs back and make up for his error.
All right, all runs brought to you by Napa Auto Parts again. Go to NapaOnline.com or call 405-381-6277. We're back for the bottom half after this commercial break.
The parking lots are full because it's always a celebration at Toledo's Mexican Restaurant in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. With a traditional flair of Mexican casual dining where your meal always begins with complimentary chips, cheese, and salsa. Then a lengthy menu selection from fajitas, tacos, enchiladas, fish tacos, and so much more. You don't have to be shy at Chilinos. Ask for our daily specials and finish your meal with our sopapilla or pick something from our dessert menu. Oklahomans have chosen Chilino's Mexican Restaurants in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. Call 405-350-2006.
Ship it sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Bottom of the second, Mount St. Mary trails Tuttle 4-2. Both teams able to put up 2 runs in the first, but now the pressure's back on the guys in blue to match Tuttle's pace, or else they trail after the end of the second. Adam, who leads this inning off for Mount St. Mary?
After that great play at second base by Will Grayson, we have Parker Hayes. He's your first baseman, leading us off, as I didn't see that pitch. But it looks like it's a ball, a low ball. But yeah, we have Parker Hayes. He's a great bat in his own right for these Mount St. Mary Rockets, and we should expect some bat on the balls here.
Barnes leaves 2 low to Parker Hayes, quickly 2-0. Tuttle has not lost a game since about April 10th. It's been a long winning streak for them, 2-0. Shown bunt, pulled back, ball 3. Mount St. Mary, though, again, they put up a heck of a season themselves. The last time they lost was April 24th to 3A Washington. So both of these teams have gone a while without putting up any crooked numbers in the L slot. 3-0. Barnes trying to work his way back into this at-bat. He does find the strike there, 3-1.
It always feels great, does it, when you look at your loss column and it's only single digits.
Yeah. Tapper back to Barnes. He fields it cleanly. Should be an easy play. The underhanded throw over to first, and he's got the leadoff man, 1 gone.
That's the first leadoff man retired in this ball.
Tyler Stubblefield, the starting right fielder, steps up to the bat next. Another right-hander stepping into the box, number 1-4. Looking at the outfielders from both sides of these games, Tuttle's a little bit more straight up, but we've seen some heavy line shading from our corner outfielders. Barnes throws in strike number 1 to Stubblefield. He's ahead 0-1.
Yeah, the Tuttle outfield is pretty much in the middle of the outfield, and then Mount St. Mary, we saw that they're almost playing pretty back into the wall as we look at this next pitch from Barnes. It's a 2-seam that comes back, and the count is a quick 0-2 to Tyler Stubblefield.
The payoff pitch on the 0-2 got him looking. Same spot, low outside corner. Barnes sits him down in 3.
That's his second K of the game and the first backwards K. So far, Traylon Barnes is leading in the strikeout column.
Angel Rascon up to bat next, and look at Barnes working quick. Gets a jam shot over to short. The field is good. The throw over is good. We're done with the bottom of 2, and Adam, that feels like a big one.
That feels great. Retired all 3 batters that you're going to face. That's certainly amazing for Tuttle. This Mount St. Mary offense so good at scoring runs, and now Tuttle has a great opportunity to try to put more insurance on the board.
Let's head to the third. That second inning brought to you by Provision Home Care. Thanks again to Provision.
Congratulations to Tuttle Tiger football for another great season, an undefeated season, from your friends at Route 66 Propane at 210 North Mustang Road. For all your propane needs, tank sets, bottle fills, commercial and farm, locally owned and operated, everybody needs a little gas. From Route 66 Propane, give them a call at 405-953-7002. Route 66 Propane.
It's Girls' Day every day at Retro Rebel Boutique in Yukon, 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110. If you are looking for style and fashion for women and children at an affordable price, shop at Retro Rebel and see the amazing selection of clothing and jewelry we have to offer. Tops, bottoms, hats, footwear, we've got it all at Retro Rebel Boutique. We sell beautiful jewelry like our diamond earrings and pearl necklaces, and with our one-of-a-kind jewelry creation service, you get to choose your bling. New arrivals come in constantly, and Oliver & Co. fragrances paired with gift cards make perfect gifts for those close to you. Call 405-868-7719 or stop by 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110 in Yukon.
Back from the top of the third here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Tuttle leads 4-2 after posting a 0 on Mount St. Mary for the first time in this game. Held them scoreless in the bottom half. And Adam, this opens up an opportunity, if you will, for Tuttle to really blow open this game and run away with the lead.
All right, especially since you have, guess who leading off? 2-run homer, Hunter Watson.
No chance to make it a 2-run bomb this time, but
there's definitely a chance for a single shot.
He wouldn't mind a solo. Third inning brought to you by Route 66 Propane. And, hey, are we technically along Route 66 right now in Shawnee? I don't think so. I think we're too far south.
I think we're a little bit close to it, though.
I think we're too far south. But hey, shout out to Route 66 Propane. Thank you for your third inning sponsorship. The first pitch to Watson in this inning. He swings on, gets a hold of one. Fly ball deep out to left field. The catch can't be made. Another ball that one hops the fence. Watson has a stand-up double, and the extra base hits just keep on coming for the Tuttle Tigers.
Well, I mean, what do you do against this guy? He hits pretty much every ball that he sees. Like, every time he comes up. What do you do? What do you do if you're Mount St. Mary?
You intentionally walk him. You start intentionally walking.
Yeah, but then you have Trailer Barnes, who's also hit a double.
Better Barnes than Watson at this point. Listen, man, I don't think there's a way you get Watson out for the rest of this playoffs, honestly. Nothing to Barnes. He'll take a strike inside, nothing to one. We talk about it a lot, but if you haven't gone back and watched or listened to the last couple of games, and even as far back as regional and areas, I don't think there's been a better player in the playoffs than Hunter Watson at any level. 1-1 on a ball low outside.
And he's doing one of the hardest things you can do. Do it with the bat and then do it blowing out your arm, throwing 100 pitches, giving up like a 3-hitter. He's doing one of the hardest things you can do in the sport, and he's doing it well.
Time called. It's another balk. That's the second one of the game on Jefferson Hodge.
And that's the second balk he's given up to Watson over there standing on second. Both his balks, Watson has been standing on second, and he trots over to third.
Obviously, Mount St. Mary's going to come out and discuss this one. Hodge, man, he is struggling with some of the little stuff. Mount St. Mary in this game, they've been competitive because they are a good team, but we've seen them struggle with the little things.
I know there's no lights on right now, but I have to wonder if Mount St. Mary's kind of having the lights a little bit too bright for them right now.
So it's 1-1 at the plate. A runner now on third for the Tuttle Tigers. Barnes comes back into the box to get an even count for him. No outs on the board. Tuttle out hitting MSM 4-2. The 1-1 pitch found the strike zone on the low out corner, 1-2. That's where, obviously, Hodge wants to spot everything up. He wants to earn that low outside half. He wants to earn that spot. His 1-2. Got a swing, line drive, back up the middle. It's an RBI single for Traylon Barnes. It's 5-2 in the top of the third.
You already have two Tuttle Tigers who are halfway to the cycle. If it's going to happen, I think it's going to be Watson more likely than Barnes. But Barnes very well could do it, but Hunter Watson already has that home run.
That is crazy to say. That half of them are already at half of a cycle. That is funny. Tyson Kennedy back out to run at first, courtesy in place of Barnes. And that run brought to you by Napa Auto Parts back in Tuttle. Thanks so much to Napa Auto. Here's Andy Forrest following the RBI single. 5 runs. Adam, 5 runs for the Tuttle Tigers on just as many hits.
All right, and that's exactly what they wanted to do against Mount St. Mary because they know Mount St. Mary is going to score runs. As Andy Forrest scores around to bunt, it's fielded by Hodge, and he'll throw over to first, this time with no trouble as the ball is fielded by the second baseman. But Traylon Barnes, the runner who courtesy ran for Traylon Barnes, he scoots over to second with 1 out on the board.
Tyson Kennedy now stands situated in scoring position for Hudson Heathcote.
I couldn't see his number that well from up here, but his back isn't to us, so I didn't see his number.
All right, so Heathcote had his last at-bat cut short. Then he came back off and he started the second. Now he's back up to bat here in the third. Safe to say they're getting a lot of opportunities here for the Tuttle lineup. Nothing to Heathcote. He offers at it, and it's a weak dribbler into foul ground.
Hodge hit Heathcote with a small kind of droopy curveball right in the numbers, but I know Heathcote kind of doesn't want that, and he wants to put a bat on the ball and make more insurance for his team and be a team player. But you have to take anything you could get at this level in the championship game. But I know he doesn't want to be hit again, but if that's what he has to do, that's what you have to do.
Before we get to this next pitch, I do have to mention one more time of the unselfish at-bat from Andy Forrest to drop down that bunt. 0-1. Next pitch doesn't find the strike zone. It's in the turf outside. 1's all across the board. And we talk about a lot how well they replace runners and how much they keep the momentum going. It's unselfish at-bats that do that more than the long ball sometimes. 1-1. Hodge checks second once, goes home. Threw it right in there, but we'll call it misframed. It's low for ball 2.
Right, we know how much of a team sport baseball is, and you can't win a game by yourself. So yeah, you have to rely on your brothers out there and drop down the bunt when you need to drop down a bunt, and hit a home run when you need to hit a home run.
2 balls, 1 strike here for Heathcote. Number 30 looking to tag on an RBI to his stat line. Inside move over to second keeps Kennedy close. Tyson Kennedy, one of the many football players that we have also seen on this Tuttle lineup. And obviously they won a state championship last fall, so looking to be state champions in both football, baseball, and all of it. 2-1. Good hit out to deep center field. Might let Kennedy advance. The tag, he's going to try to take it over to third, and he goes sliding in safely as an awkward throw comes in from the cut man in center field. It's a sac fly that moves the runner over.
They're lucky that didn't go into the dugout or skip away further to let Kennedy get to home. But I don't know really what that was. He kind of hopped and almost shot it like a free throw. Like, I'm not sure what we're doing over there.
Like a free throw is crazy. Dolan Pratt up to bat next. 2 outs, runner on third. Heathcote was able to move him over 1. Now it falls on 1-4 to knock him in. So far a 3-run lead for the Tigers. Here's the 0-0. The pitch, curveball, fouled off. 0-1.
Yeah, Kennedy already has tried to steal home once, and I saw him kind of do that stutter step or that jab step to home, but then he immediately went back. So I wonder if he wants redemption now or he's just going to stay there and trust his bat. And Don Pratt.
Pratt doesn't offer at that one, left it outside, 1-1. Adam, tell me a little bit more about doing your job in each moment, how important that is in the state championship.
It's extremely important. As I said, you can't win the game by yourself, and you need to just keep the momentum moving, as we said.
1-1 low outside, ball 2. So what is the job for Pratt right here? What is he looking for?
I want you to pull the ball, keep it away from the third base, try to get that run in. And if you can't get that run in, that's fine right now. They already got 1.
He does pull the ball, hard ground ball over to first, called foul. Ooh, that would have been a big out number 3 for MSM, but Pratt gets to see another pitch.
Yeah, but try to keep it in the 3-4 gap and keep the ball on the right side of the field away from third base, and that's what you want to do.
Basically, backside single to score the run. That's the job here for Dolan Pratt. Here's the pitch from Hodge. Swung on, hit well. Right center field. Could be getting down, giving chase, and it's not caught in center field. It's not just a single, it's an RBI triple. Pratt gets back into third. Talk about doing a job, Adam. 6-2, Tuttle leads by 4.
We didn't see Pratt at all in these last 2 games, and he comes in here and he gets a walk and a triple. Like, there's so much depth to this Tuttle Tigers starters, and then there's so much depth to their bench. Like, you can't do anything about it pretty much. And yeah, these boys have insane power, don't they? The triple home run, a bunch of doubles already. These center fielders out there for Mount St. Mary have played really on the wall almost these entire half innings.
Not much Wade Webb out in center could do about that one. He gave it a good opportunity, gave himself a good chance, but just couldn't come down with it. And that means Jefferson Hodges' day is over. We'll see the reliever when we come back from break. 6-2, Tuttle leads here in the top of the third.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are a quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're a quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
It is a pitching change for Mount St. Mary. Hodges' day is over. He goes 2 2/3, gives up 6 runs on 6 hits. And the new arm will be the starting shortstop, Miles Stanley. Kind of switching spots is him and Hodge. And looking at Miles Stanley right here. find him on the roster sheet real quick. We have these very nice roster sheets, by the way. I'm a big fan of these. Number 22, a junior himself. So it's a pair of juniors, pair of right-handers getting the rock here in the state championship game. We're back after one more commercial break.
Provision Home Care in Tuttle at 308 West Main Street is your Central Oklahoma home care provider, offering personalized, non-medical services tailored to each individual's needs. Locally owned and operated with over 45 years of combined experience, Provision Home Care believes that quality starts with trust, consistency, and compassion. Our caregivers are carefully screened, trained, and supported to ensure dependable and respectful care for every client. Provision Home Care offers up to 24-hour care services like mobility assistance, meal preparation, personal care, transportation services, and more. Call 405-240-9876 or go to provisionhome.care to learn more. Provision Home Care, you're loved, our calling.
Adam, you and I were just laughing in break because when we were talking about doing the job, we were like, yeah, he just has to knock a backside single, find something to knock the run in, and then what does Don Pratt do but lace a triple into right center field? We're just giggling and having a good time about how far Tuttle hits the baseball.
Yeah, they all have insane power, and it's crazy too because they all look like they barely swing the bat, and it goes to the wall pretty much every time.
The new pitcher, first base. It's an immediate pass ball. The run will score. The new pitcher, Miles Stanley, can't keep the run from crossing. 7-2. Adam, disaster here in the top of the third for Mount St. Mary.
Yeah, this shows you how much more locked in Tuttle is because they didn't score this amount of runs, I think, against Sallisaw or Lone Grove. And Mount St. Mary is a higher seed than both of these. As this next pitch it's another ball, so the count is 2-0 now. But they didn't score as many runs as they did against Lone Grove and Sallisaw. And Mount St. Mary's a 3 seed.
There's a high pop-up from Dahlgren heading over to short. Well, the baseball has a way of finding you. It's going to find Jefferson Hodge there, but he does make the grab for out number 3. The damage done again, however. Tuttle puts up 3 in the top of the third, and this offense is rolling at him.
Rolling. You can't say it much better than that. They're just pouring it on already.
We're going to go to one more commercial break again. 7-2 as we head to the bottom half, and it's, once again, Traylon Barnes heading back out to the rubber.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
We welcome you back here for the bottom of the third. Tuttle leads 7-2. We're live on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, the Gospel Station Sports and Spirit, and GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Later on today, speaking of state championships, we got the soccer state championship, Bethany High and Oklahoma Christian School. That'll be a fun one. Blake Vance and his crew have the action on that one. It'll be also on YouTube. Adam leading off the bottom of the third. It's a first pitch strike for Traylon Barnes. He comes back with a ground ball here, hit over to short. The throw across the diamond with a nice scoop in time for out number 1. And number 22, Miles Stanley, retired.
You just see how Tuttle is not just the
Got anything to say about that?
Nope, it's just a good play. I mean, you said everything. What can I add to that? Like, you said exactly what happened. Nice scoop over there by Hunter Watson. Great play.
Mason Dickerson to Hunter Watson, short to first, into lights out duo. Next pitch to the new batter, Jefferson Hodge, in there, missed high in by mistake for ball 1.
Obviously, if you're Traylon Barnes, you can relax a lot, and you can pretty much throw whatever you want with a 5-run insurance lead.
And we know how quick and with how much momentum Barnes likes to throw. Quickly 2-0 here against Hodge, but he's still way in control. Next pitch outside once again, 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out on the board, no one on the base paths. Tuttle again leads 7-2, out-hitting Mount St. Mary now 6-2. Barnes winds, delivers on the 3-0, and he does find the strike zone with that one, 3-1. Adam, to your point, Tuttle beat Lone Grove 5-0 and Sallisaw 8-2. We are pretty much right back at that mark from the semifinals game. Here's a hard hit line drive past the outstretched glove of Andy Forrest. It gets into center field. It's a 1-out single for MSM.
Yeah, Hodge has shown that he can also do it with the sticks after his kind of bad adding, we'll call it, that he can show that now he's not a pitcher, he's going to do it with the sticks. He can no longer help out on the mound, you're right, but he can definitely try to do as much damage as he can at the plate.
Hit number 3 for the Mount St. Mary's lineup. Here's number 13, Wade Webb. Wade Webb, that starting center fielder who has had a lot of running to do in the outfield. Nothing to him from Barnes. Working quick still, pumps in a fastball for strike number 1. MSM in their run through the state bracket, 8-7 over Verdigris, 9-5 over Elgin. Now we've gotten here, move over to first, but nothing going. Surprisingly, though, Blanchard, the defending state champions, out in the first round. They lost to Sallisaw. 0-1. Ground ball, back over to short. It's a flip to second for 1. The turn, in time, double play.
Look at Mallory running with all that gear, pumping his fist. He almost went over there and tackled Watson. He's fired up, too.
That does it for the bottom of the third. Tuttle lights out in Shawnee, Oklahoma, and that team is pumped. Third inning was brought to you by Provision Home Care. Thanks so much. And we're done with that one. Man, I'm already tired here. Third inning was actually brought to you by Route 66. That's right. Route 66 Propane back on 210 North Mustang Road in Tuttle. Thanks to Route 66. We're going to the fourth after this. Got to make sure we get those right, you know.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson roof systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
Step out of the big box stores and step into being a valued customer. Shopping local at Simar Sales and Service, your local lawnmower repair service, located at 2623 OK 37 in Tuttle. A Cub Cadet dealer with a bold design and quality cut. You'll see why they're a cut above the rest, featuring DeWalt, Cub mowers, trailers, and small engine repair. Simmer Sales and Service, where value is still invested in the customer. Call 405-266-2663. Go Tigers!
Fourth inning brought to you by the Tuttle Tag Agency back in Tuttle, Oklahoma. For driver's license, plates, passports, and much more, stop by Tuttle Tag. I've actually been there many times myself. Friendly people over there, extremely helpful, and I do recommend that you do stop by. Tuttle Tag Agency, 303 West Main Street in Tuttle. Who leads off this inning for the Tuttle Tigers, Adam?
Well, in the start of the fourth inning, we have your last 9-hole hitter of your Tuttle Tigers. You got Mesa Dickerson, and then you have Jet McCoy and back to Jackson Johnson. After that, obviously, you have Hunter Watson. You don't want to get to Hunter Watson again this early.
First pitch to Mesa Dickerson in there on the inner half, strike one. Now, Adam, Tuttle is up 5 runs. How does MSM get back in this game? 0-1 pitch, bunted in, popped up, left side infield ground. The catch can't be made.
They have to figure out a way to get that quick out. When they can't get that quick out, Tuttle is able to just pour it on every half inning, and they just have to find a way to get first pitch outs. Because when you get first pitch outs, the next batter is probably not going to swing at the first pitch. But no, there's not really much you can do game planning that. You just kind of have to hope you get the guy out. Because in between all these guys in floor, you have home runs, and then you have doubles all around his home runs. So you just kind of have to hope you get the guys out.
Next pitch, a ball dealt to Dickerson. Tuttle, as a school, has 5 state championships: 1988, 06, 09, 14, and 23. A win here today would make it 6 in program history. They would move into some elite company. Pop up right side heading into foul ground. That catch will be made. Dickerson retired on the foul ball. Pop out. That brings up Jet McCoy, a 1 out, bases clear. But the 6 championship company sees teams like Weatherford, Bishop Kelly, Blanchard, Verdigris. Those are some incredible baseball schools. McCoy leading this team all the way here, batting in that leadoff spot. Nothing to him. Runs outside for ball 1. I mean, you can't speak highly enough about the leadership from the upperclassmen on this team, Adam.
Right, you absolutely cannot. Great people down there in the Tuttle baseball team. As a little soft curveball slides in there for another strike. But yeah, you can't ask for better leaders. They do it off the field and they do it on the field with a bat. Say, hey, I can do this with my bat. That means you can do it too. Go out there and hit the baseball. They're just really good at that.
Next pitch to McCoy. Fastball misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. McCoy, one of the many upperclassmen on the Tuttle Tigers roster. And he is a vocal leader as well. 2-1. Fastball to him. Looks like actually might have been a little changeup. Fell out the bottom. 3-1. Were you going to say something? Oh, sorry. 3-1 here. Again, the new pitcher is Miles Stanley. He runs that one way up at McCoy's head, ends up walking him. Number 6 heads over to first with the walk. But before he goes, he gives a quick word of advice to Jackson Johnson. Then we'll see what Johnson can do with it. Taco Mayo back in Tuttle. 101 East Main Street is a big supporter of Tuttle Tigers baseball. For Taco Mayo, call 405-381-3124 or go to tacomayo.com. They accept credit cards and contactless payment. They do have the new app and also the brand new menu item in beef taquitos. Stop by Taco Mayo today. Slow looping breaking ball, able to catch the zone against Johnson. Maybe that's what Chet McCoy was talking to him about.
Maybe it was, but that is also how slow it is. It's an easy pitch to just sit back in your back leg and drive it.
0-1, fouled into the net. I was hoping that one would get over. I wasn't ready to make the grab.
Well, you're gonna shove your hand through the glass?
Maybe the baseball comes through the glass first, and then I make the pick. Right.
But yeah, we've already seen doubles, and I think that home run was also on the slow curveball. So you can't really hang that. They're gonna do something dangerous with it.
Fastball way high, couldn't draw the chase. 1-2 against Johnson. Stanley Miles starting shortstop here. Runner goes, skips one by, it's bodied up, but no throw over to second. It's a stolen bag for Jet McCoy and a 2-2 count at the plate.
That's a great block by Kuklinski, by the way, to keep him to only stay at second, because he was already standing up on second by the time the pitch was thrown. And if he didn't block that, he's going to third too. That's a great block back there.
Well, Miles Stanley does not have an easy job slowing down a Tuttle lineup that got their start against your starting arm. 2-2 pitch now. Swung on ground ball backside. That'll allow the runner to advance. It's caught at second. Tough throw over to first. It's a throwing error on second. That'll allow McCoy to score. And look at Johnson heading into second. That's been the story of the game for the Rockets.
I think that's their second error already, and we're only in the top of the fourth. It's just Mount St. Mary has not shown up at all after this first inning. Even in the first inning, after they scored those 2 runs, they had some miscues, and they weren't on the same page as much as they should have. But no, they just haven't really shown up at all.
That time, the error attributed to Will Grayson on the throwing error. Nothing to the new bat of Hunter Watson. Misses the zone outside, ball 1.
That means both throwing errors are on Will Grayson. So you kind of have to feel for him a little bit. I know he's really beating himself up right now.
I know, it is tough, but nothing you can do but move on to the next pitch. The next play, 1-0. High fly ball, center field. This one should be caught in center, and Tuttle's going to try to tag. The throw in from center field, cut off in shallow left, and not in time. Out number 2 does move the runner over to third. Johnson standing 90 feet away.
I mean, dude, this Hunter Watson kid, he hits a home run and double. Everything he's hit so far has been deep outfield. Even that last one, even though it was out, deep outfield. Like, are you kidding me?
He's catching nothing but barrels. He's just seeing the baseball. He's just seeing the baseball in a different way.
Speaking of doubles, Traylon Barnes, the pitcher, he actually hit a singles last time up, but he started the game with the double, and he's obviously perfectly capable of hitting it to the wall as well.
1-0 against Barnes here. Stanley working quick, left that one high, 2-0. Thanks again to the Misty Ghost and Insurance Agency at 201 West Main in Tuttle. Call 405-381-9329. They do auto, home, life, renters, and much more. That's Misty Ghost and 405-381-9329. The 2-0 ripped into left field. That's down for a base hit. Johnson walks home, and that's an RBI single for Traylon Barnes. 9-2, Adam. Tuttle is blowing this one out of the water.
They are. They're not at double digits run lead yet, but they're pretty much cracking on the door of busting this game open. And as soon as they do that, no, it's already almost close to over. Like, there's not really much Mount St. Mary can do. I don't think they have the pitching staff to contend with the amount of runs that they're giving up. And I don't think they have the bats to allow that much runs that they're giving up.
I don't know if they're knocking on the door. I think this one already has been blown open as the runner goes and slides into second safely with the steal. Tyson Kennedy back on the base pass courtesy runner, and he immediately goes. All runs brought to you by Napa Auto Parts back in Tuttle, and Tuttle has had 9 of them. Napa knows how. Tuttle sure knows how to score those runs. 1-0. Throw home outside, and this game has definitely snowballed on Mount St. Mary.
Right, I just said this before, but even the catcher standing up after the runner went and stole second, he's like, just kind of moping around there. It looks like Mount St. Mary doesn't want to be here.
2-0 pitch. Fastball. Not in the strike zone. We'll call it too low for Andy Forrest. 3-0. Andy Forrest, what's he been today?
He has a backwards K, and then he has a ground out, so not doing too well today, but he's definitely put the ball in play and moved runners over. Sometimes that's all you have to do, especially when they have 9 runs on the board. Just move these guys over.
Forrest way ahead. He does take a strike call there. He'll stay in the box for one more at least, 3-1.
Yeah, like sometimes you don't need to hit a single every at-bat to be productive. Like if you get out every at-bat, but you move people over so much, you're such a vital bat to this lineup too.
Hitters count at 3-1. Forrest stands back in, right on left matchup for him. Inside move over to second, keeps Kennedy close. That may be right there. Miles Stanley not one to throw home just yet. Does have 2 outs on the board. He's 1 pitch away, really. 3-1. Here's the offering. Swung on, pop up, high in the air, up the elevator shaft, shallow left field, and the catch is made by Jefferson Hodge. But Tuttle tags on 2 more. Adam, to this point in the game, Tuttle has scored at least 2 runs every inning.
Right, and they're just going to keep trying to have as much fun as they can from here on out. They've got a really more than comfortable lead, and they're just going to keep swinging the sticks and just have as much fun as they can at this point.
We're down to the bottom of the 4th after this commercial break. Tuttle leads Mount St. Mary's 9-2.
Step out of the big box stores and step into being a valued customer. Shopping local at Simar Sales and Service, your local lawnmower repair service located at 2623 OK 37 in Tuttle. A Cub Cadet dealer with a bold design and quality cut. You'll see why they're a cut above the rest, featuring DeWalt, Cub mowers, trailers, and small engine repair. Simmer Sales and Service, where value is still invested in the customer. Call 405-266-2663. Go Tigers!
Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has selectables, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Walsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
2-0 count in the bottom of the 4th here for Rylan Kuklinski, the catcher for Mount St. Mary. It's Kuklinski, Grayson, and Grayson this inning for the Rockets. 2-0 pitch from Barnes, swung on, fouled straight down, 2-1. Adam, a 7-run lead for the Tuttle Tigers right now. Like I said, they weren't knocking on the door. They've already knocked the door down.
Yeah, like, what do you do better if you're Tuttle? You're doing everything pretty much perfectly. I mean, just have maybe one or two hitters that don't have a hit yet that they need to have a hit. But that's probably the only thing they can do better. Like, they're just having fun at this point.
Kuklinski back in the box for the 2-1, and he lets strike number 2 cross low inside. And let's speak about the pitcher on the bump right now, Traylon Barnes. What a day he's had.
Yeah, he has so much insurance now, and this next pitch is ready to go. That's a curveball that's fouled back. The count remains at 2-2. But yeah, if you're Traylon Barnes, you have so much insurance, and you can just pretty much throw whatever you want to throw now. Even if they hit it, we've seen already, that's probably going to go to one of the Tuttle defenders. So just have fun, throw as hard as you can, throw what you want to throw.
2-2 here for Barnes. He winds and delivers the payoff. Curveball. Ooh, just missed outside. Maybe actually a little bit of slide piece. Looked more horizontal than vertical on that one.
That wasn't the payoff pitch, by the way. Now this is the payoff.
Whatever. Ooh, my bad. 3-2. The payoff to Kuklinski. Ground ball over to short. Dickerson makes the grab. His throw across in time. Out number 1.
It's great. Like, they have so much depth in their pitching core too. Like, I think he started the at bat 2-0, and just did a phenomenal job working all the way back to turn that into an out.
Yeah, but they do make it look routine, don't they? They do make it look routine.
Especially when they throw it low and Watson has to dig it out of the dirt. Like, that's routine. Like, it's no problem with him over there, and he just digs it out.
Here's the second baseman, Will Grayson. The 0-0 to Grayson. Left inside for ball number 1. And to get 7 runs from the bottom of the 4th, I mean, all you can do is kind of do what Tuttle did. You just got to put up a 2 here, then a 2 there, and then keep kind of chipping away at it. 1-0 for Barnes. That one not swung on, and we'll call it missed up, 2-0.
Yeah, I think they need at least 2, because you've got 4 innings left. This is the top of the 4th. But you've got 4 innings left for Mount St. Mary to start chipping away, and they need to start chipping away now.
Right, they can't waste any more time, can they?
Now, if they score 1 run across the board from here on out, they're still not going to catch up. They have to score at least 2.
2-1 after a thrown strike in there from Barnes. Traylon Barnes working out the windup. He deals and gets strike number 2. Same slide piece inside. Even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see a lot of these Tuttle guys at the next level as they continue their playing careers. 2-2. Hard, sharp foul ball straight at MSM's dugout. I don't know if they're, we don't know how many are going for baseball or going for football or going for basketball or anything in between, but they've got a lot of incredible athletes. Tuttle is a great, great high school.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything for on their websites or on social media for where they're going after this.
2-2 popped up, right field. Let's see who makes the call, and it will be Dolan Pratt who makes the grab. 2 gone. Good communication there between Brent Force.
Right, the past 2 innings before this, they had that really good first half inning in the bottom of the 1st where they scored 2 runs, and then every inning from that here on out, their first 3 guys have been retired.
3 up, 3 down every inning so far?
If you can call it that. In the bottom of the 3rd, they had that double play. So the 3rd guy didn't actually get to – he did get to finish that bat. What am I talking about? But, yeah, you had a ground out, then you got 1 guy on in that inning, and then you hit into the double play. So, yeah, they didn't retire the 3 in a row, but they still only faced 3 batters.
0-2. Next pitch here, Barnes gets a swing. It's a high foul ball way out of play. That one actually over the heads of the next team up, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be 5A championship after us. Carl Albert, Bishop Kelly? No, 3A. 3A is what it is. Marlowe, Washington. And Barnes comes back with strike number 3, a statement K to end the bottom of the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th right after this commercial break, and 9-2. The Tuttle Tigers lead en route to a state championship.
Polish is total grooming at 836 Garth Brooks in Yukon with 28 years combined experience, including airbrush design, nail caps on dogs and cats, as well as the Bribe Bar and pet photography. It's a dog and cat day out at Polish, and ask about the month's membership that includes a free weekly bathing and 50% off pet grooming. Go to polishgrooming.com or call 405-494-8409. Keep your fur baby happy with expert affordable pet grooming at Polish in Yukon.
Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics at 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 utilizes cutting-edge technology and personalized treatment plans centered around your goals, your comfort, and your natural beauty. Experience a range of services from IV therapy, Sculptra, acne treatments, and much more. With state-of-the-art machines like the T-Shape 2, Eris Lunara offers non-invasive, proven, and natural solutions for healthier skin that will have you feeling exquisite and rejuvenated. Other services like platelet-rich plasma therapy and peptide therapy not only enhance your natural features, but promote recovery and health at all levels. Call 405-563-1255 or stop by 800 South Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 100 to find out about what Eris Lunara Med Spa and Aesthetics can do for you. Remember, call 405-563-1255 today.
Fifth inning of play is brought to you by Ferguson Roof Systems back in Tuttle, Oklahoma at 1 Whispering Pines Drive. Ferguson Roof, your local roofing experts. Make sure you remember them when you need your next job done. Hudson Heathcote hit by a pitch in his next at-bat. He'll head down to first, and the fifth inning is underway.
That's twice he's gotten hit by a pitch today.
And I do have to wonder... Oh, whoa, hold on here. Let's see what's happening. Are they going to say he has to come back? It looks like Heathcote is going to have to come back, and from what I can tell from what we're hearing, maybe make an attempt to get out of the way of the pitch.
Why does that matter? The ball was in his batter's box.
Well, essentially it's like the lean-in rule. You can't lean into a pitch. You have to make a motion away from it. The baseball has to hit you. You can't let the baseball hit you.
You can't stay in your own batter's box and just turn your back and get hit by the pitch.
That's correct. I mean,
that's exactly what he did.
Well, the turning the back is ducking out of the way. That is trying to get out of the way of the pitch.
That's what he did. He turned his back to it.
Nah, he stayed in there and just got hit in the elbow. It will be a ball, so it's 1-0. Now 2-0.
Even then, you can't just stay in your box and not move and just take the hit by the pitch.
Correct. You have to make some motion to get out of the way.
Why?
What do you mean, why? That's the rule.
I don't like that rule.
Take it up with the creators of baseball.
Why are we rewarding the pitcher for throwing a ball so bad that it goes in the other batter's box and hits the batter?
2-1. That ball dribbles by outside 3-1. Listen, man, take it up with the creators of baseball. I don't know what to tell you. That's the rule.
That rewards the pitcher for throwing the ball.
Well, I don't know how much of a reward it's been. It's 3-1 here for Hudson Heathcote.
It takes him off of first base.
I don't know. Hudson Heathcote skies this one out to right field. Should be a routine catch. And almost dropped it, but it will be caught by Stubblefield and right.
The reward for the pitcher I'm talking about is taking him off first base, putting him back, and just having one ball. That's the reward. And so that turns into a hit by pitch. He would be standing on first base into a pop-up and 1 out in the inning.
Well, I mean, you got to think of it in every dimension. That discourages crowding the plate so much that a pitcher can't throw the ball. Because they could just stand on top of the plate and not move and then, take a hit by pitch every time. Nothing is a called strike against Dolan Pratt.
Well, I mean, just throw it over the plate.
Listen, take it up with the creators of baseball. Start a petition or something.
I will.
1-1. One's all across the board now. Still 9-2 game here, top of 5. Again, brought to you by Ferguson Roof System. It is still Miles Stanley on the bump. His next pitch swung right through by Pratt, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pratt has had a great day so far. 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go around? He did not. Adam, what's Pratt been so far today?
Yeah, he's had a phenomenal day so far. He's had that walk and he's had a triple so far in this game and 1,000 on base percentage. And I know you're feeling good after that triple hitting it to right center field. But just settle in, do your job, and just have fun out there.
2-2 pitch to Pratt. He swings on, line drive, right center field. That's down for extra bases. All the way down to the fence. There goes Pratt, rounding first. He's heading for second. The ball's slow to get in, but he's going to hold up on 2. A single, a triple, a double.
No, it's virtually in the same place. His first at-bat was a walk, actually. But that is another Tuttle Tiger halfway to the cycle.
Okay. I thought he was 3/4 of the way there.
No, he walked his first time.
Okay.
Unfortunately. I can't believe we're saying unfortunately for him still getting on base.
It is unfortunately. Wish it would have been a single.
Yeah, he pretty much hit that ball in virtually the exact same place as he did when he hit that triple. Just a little bit softer, which is why he didn't get all the way down to third base. But yeah, it's pretty much the exact same spot.
8 hits on this game for the Tuttle Tigers. Dallin Pratt knocks in another extra.
After that double, here's Luke Dahlgren. He settles in. He takes a first pitch slider for a strike.
Well, tell us the same thing. What's Dahlgren done today?
Well, let's look at Dahlgren. He hasn't done too well today, but he's moved runners around a lot. He reached on that error, and then he popped out to move a runner to third.
0-1 to Dahlgren. Curveball misses too low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
As I said before, sometimes you don't even need to get a single or a double. Just hit it far enough that's an out, but it moves the runner over, and it's productive.
It's all about putting the ball in play, putting the pressure on the defense. Tuttle has done exactly that today. 1-1. Called strike, low outside corner. That's a good spot right there from Stanley. 1-2. But time is on Tuttle's side. Obviously, every strike that passes, every out on the board works in Tuttle's favor because it brings us closer to the end of this game.
And I'm not sure if there's a run rule in the state championship game, but they're 3.
Oh, inside move. Oh, the pickoff was thrown to the wrong side of the bag. They had Pratt dead to rights.
He would have been dead to rights if it was on the other side of the bag. As I was saying before, there were 3 runs away from the run rule if there is a run rule in the state championship game.
1-2. Here's the pitch home. Breaking ball outside. It is bodied up behind the plate. Good job there by Kuklinski. 2-2. Runner did not advance. Speaking on the team that head coach Greg Draper has put together for the Tuttle Tigers, you and I and Break a couple of innings ago were saying we're not sure there are many better teams in any class across the state. And that last loss Tuttle took was in a national tournament, not an Oklahoma one. So maybe there wouldn't be many better teams across the entire nation.
Especially in the 4A. 4A is such a wide array of teams. But yeah, Tuttle is definitely sitting on the top of it.
Full count here, 1 out, runner on second. Here's the lift in the pitch, and he walks Dahlgren. Dahlgren again with another quality at bat. He heads over to first. First and second now occupy for the Tuttle Tigers. 1 out on the board for Mount St. Mary. Up next, Mason Dickerson starting shortstop, repping 1-9. If he gets on, it could load up the bases for the top of the Tuttle order, and that could be all she wrote at him.
Yeah, especially since they only have 1 out to work with. I do definitely expect damage here. Again, Mason Dickerson, he's had a ground out and a pop out so far, so he's definitely due for a hit. And if he wants that hit, it's going to happen now.
Dickerson stands in, right on right matchup. No time wasted by Stanley. He deals a first pitch ball to Dickerson. And another balk. That's 3 on the Mount St. Mary's pitching staff.
Yeah, 3 balks. 2 by Hodge, 1 by Stanley.
It'll be nothing at the plate following the balk, but now ducks on a pond situation for the Tuttle Tigers. I mean, again, story of the game, story of the day. Mount St. Mary it doesn't feel like they've had anything go their way.
Absolutely not. It just feels like they don't want to be here.
Nothing home. Fastball pumped in there for strike number 1.
I'm disappointed on Mount St. Mary's behalf because they're the number 3 seed, and this should have been a whole lot more fun of a game. But obviously, it is really fun being the Tuttle commentators and on the side of Tuttle. But this could have been a lot more of a competitive game.
0-1. Slider outside, skips by. Got about, we'll call it, 58 feet. 1-1.
Man, Ryan Kuklinski, he's doing an amazing job back there, especially since he has to know that their state championship dreams are fading away further and further, but he's done a phenomenal job behind the plate for Mount St. Mary.
The 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss from Dickerson. He wanted to go a mile with that one.
That was an end-it swing. Unfortunately, he hit out of the ball, but that definitely was a in-the-game swing right there.
He was looking to the sign up beyond the scoreboard that says Spur Center. That's what he was trying to hit. 1-2. Dickerson back in the box. Here's the pitch from Stanley. Drops down a bunt right side, and it just goes foul. A bunt right there, 1-1.
I like the idea and Mason that swing before that bunt. He was trying to find Hunter Watson's home run ball, and he's trying to give it a friend. Trying to place that ball right next to his ball so they can sit there together and just watch the game.
So Dickerson is retired on the 2-strike bunt attempt going foul.
Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to do what you said earlier. He saw the infielders playing back, just tried to sneak away a base hit.
What do I write that down as? As a bunt out? I haven't seen that in a long time.
We'll talk about it in break. Jet McCoy back up to bat. He takes a first pitch ball low outside. There's another breaking ball that missed. Well, what's Jet McCoy today, just to put it in perspective?
I mean, not much better that you can do if you're Jet McCoy. He's a double, a pop out, and a walk. So he's been on base 2 out of the 3 times.
1-0 in the dirt as well. 2 balls, no strikes. The wind has not shifted at all. It's still blowing hard out to left center.
No, looking at that giant flag in left center field, the flag is just straight back. It's horizontal right now to the ground. It's just flowing straight back.
And a reminder, that win will have a big impact on the soccer state championships that we will also have on YouTube, GSN Sports and Talk. Blake Vance and his crew of commentators are back at Taft Stadium in the city for the 4A championship between the Bethany High Broncos and the OCS Saints. Should be a great game. We invite you to tune in after the conclusion of this one. 2-1. Tried to tie up the hands of McCoy there, but he wouldn't offer at it. Hitters counted 3-1. Adam, real quickly, while we await this one, that soccer game is on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, the Gospel Station Sports and Spirit, and YouTube, GSN Sports and Talk, just like we are. I got one thing I want to ask you about it. 3-1. Outside, a walk to McCoy. Bases loaded. How do you think that game will go for the Bethany soccer team? We traveled out to Tulsa to watch their semifinals game. That one went all the way down to PKs.
All the way to penalty kicks. 2 overtime sessions and then all the way to penalty kicks. I think it went to the penultimate penalty kick. We didn't see the last penalty kick. But I expect another really great game. I think OCS Saints are also a really good soccer team. And what we saw when they played Metro Christians when Bethany played them, it kind of got slowed down where they couldn't get the ball past the yard line as this next pitch to Jackson Johnson is fouled out of play, so that's the first strike. But, yeah, there's times in that game where everybody just seemed to be standing around a little bit and they couldn't get the soccer ball past midfield. So maybe we'll see a little bit of that again, especially since Bethany is such a good defensive team. This next pitch is a curveball that misses too high. The count is now 1-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. But, yeah, I expect a good scoring game from both sides on the soccer.
JJ Jackson Johnson up to bat, by the way. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Next pitch to him, a fastball that hits the outer half. 1-2. If he can knock in a base hit, it'll be multiple runs crossed. But now Mount St. Mary 1 pitch away from getting out of a dangerous top of the 5th.
Yeah, but just because there's 2 outs doesn't mean Tuttle is any less capable of scoring runs right here.
Here's the pitch. 1-2, tagged into shallow left center, and that one drops. 1 run's going to cross. This throw is slow to get in from left field. 2 runs are going to cross. It's a 2 RBI single for JJ. Pratt and Dahlgren embrace behind home plate. It's 11-2 Tuttle Tigers.
1 run away from the run rule. I still don't know if there is a run rule in the state championship game, but if there is, who better than to get up and try to win it right here than Hunter Watson?
Number 1-5 steps into the box. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. All runs again brought to you by Napa Auto Parts here for the Tuttle Tigers. Thank you so much to Napa. Watson's first pitch. He lets go by high for ball number 1. As we approach the potential end of this game, one more shout out to Misty Gosen and Cholinos. Cholinos $8.99 enchilada night every Wednesday after 4. Stop by for dinner. Grab yourself some great Mexican meals. 1227 South Garth Brooks. That next pitch in there for strike number 1 on the fastball, 1-1. Misty Gosen, call 405-381-9329. Your local insurance agent at 201 West Main in Tuttle. Even count here for Watson. The pitch skips by 2-1. So Watson's day, Adam, catch us up.
Okay. I can't ask for a better day from Watson. I know I said that for all of them, but this one is on a different level. 2-run home run, double, and a flyout. Every time he's put a bat on the ball, it's pretty much gone to the wall.
Gets a foul ball there. 2s all across the board now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I mean, now It's a funny question, but this is quite the game. What do you think the 3A state championship is going to look like after this?
I at least hope the 3A game is going to be a little bit longer because I want to stay here as much as I can and watch these state championship games. And I think it will be a little bit more closer. I think those 3A teams are a little bit closer in talent. They're not. I don't think we're going to see what Tuttle's done, just pouring runs on mid-game, early game. But maybe that 3A game will be pretty exciting too.
Full count with 2 outs. Runners will be moving on the pitch. It's an inside move over to second. That's no trouble. McCoy is aware of those. He gets back in safely. It's McCoy on second, Johnson on first, and of course Watson at the dish. The pitch. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Watson, but it's the big final out that Mount St. Mary needed here in the top of the 5th. But Adam, look at that scoreboard right now. Tuttle has put up 2, 2, 3, 2, 2 to make it 11-2 on the game.
I think that's the first time since I joined you in the broadcast booth that I've ever seen Hunter Watson strike out.
It's pretty close. That might be true. Well, Tuttle's going to retake the field here in the bottom half. They lead by 9 here on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson roof systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Tuttle leads 11-2. Hey, we got a score update from you. Bishop Kelly leads at Carl Albert 5-2 in the 5th. That's the 5A state championship game, and 6A starts at 1 p.m. That's Mustang taking the field for that one. That'll be a good competition as well.
Traylon Barnes winds up, get ready to throw the first pitch to Parker Hayes, and this is outside for a ball 1. Here we go, in the bottom of the 5th.
Again, Ferguson Roof Systems, you just heard their commercial play as our sponsor for the 5th. 1-0 here. Swung on, cap shot, left side, heading deep into foul ground, and the catch can't be made. It got down, we'll call it 2 steps in front of Luke Dahlgren. 1-1. Well, I do have to give a quick shout out to everybody here at Shawnee that helped us get set up for today's game. I had to make an early phone call this morning, and I was asking about broadcasting space and internet and all this stuff, and they were helpful, friendly. So thanks to everybody at Shawnee for their help today. 1-1, hard ground ball. McCoy can't glove it. It's got to be the throw from short. Wow. Mason Dickerson deep in the 5-6 gap, but he gets the throw over, aided by the stretch from Watson. 1 gone.
Over there, Jed McCoy at third base, he lunged out trying to get that, and he ended up still running almost to second base.
He wants to make the play. He wants to.
He wants to make
the play. 1 out on the board, and the nothing. The new batter skips by all the way to the wall. Currently up to bat, number 14, Tyler Stubblefield, starting right fielder for Mount St. Mary. 1-0 here from Traylon Barnes, who has remained on the bump for this entire game. He's had an excellent outing in the state championship. Gets a earned strike there, 1-1, low outside corner. 1's all across the board. Here's the next pitch. I thought I hit him in the foot for a second. Just took an awkward bounce, ball 2.
I don't think Mallory got crossed up. He looked back out over there at Traylon Barnes. He just kind of said, "Hey, let's go. Calm down a little bit." So I don't think really he got crossed up.
2-1. Fastball backed on that outside corner. Looks like he missed his spot. 3 balls, 1 strike. And I'm looking at the future for the Tuttle Tigers. They've got one more year out of players like Traylon Barnes, who's only a junior this year. 3-1. Tapper straight down, and it will be called foul. But you're looking at players like Dakota Mallory, who's a junior. You've got Carter Vanaken, who's a sophomore. He'll be an upperclassman. Mason Dickerson is a junior. Luke Dahlgren is a junior. Dolan Pratt is a sophomore. So you've got a few more years of a lot of good players. 3-2 from Barnes. It's a barrel out to center field. Shouldn't be much trouble for Johnson, and he's got the grab moving to his right. 2 gone. But look, Adam, Tuttle at this rate is going to win the state championship. And they do graduate a lot of really good seniors, but then the senior class behind this one is just as good.
Yeah, but they're also moving up a lot of seniors, especially I want to highlight Dolan Pratt. You said he's a sophomore, and he's the one who has the triple. He has extraordinary power in his own right.
Nothing to the new batter of Angel Ruscon. Missed, or actually hit the zone. Look at that. 0-1, low inside. The 0-1 pitch from Barnes. Fastball, other half. And good pitch, but that one did miss outside. 1-1. Even count here for Ruscon. The pitch to him. Breaking ball fooled him on that one. 1-2. Looking at the Mount St. Mary roster. Ruscon, a freshman. They've got quite a few upperclassmen as well. In fact, much more than even Tuttle has. Stubblefield, the other underclassman, taking the field here for MSM. 1-2 outside. Count evens out. 2's all across. But for them, Sam Grayson is a junior. Jefferson Hodge, a junior. Kuklinski, a junior. Webb, Stanley. So they are going to have one more year of a lot of good players themselves. 2-2 slider outside as well. Full count with 2 outs.
Yeah, I expect next year Tuttle to be back in the state championship fight. But if you're Mount St. Mary, you're kind of feeling like the window is starting to close a little bit. I don't know what their middle school development is like, how well they'll have people coming out of middle school for Mount St. Mary. But you kind of have to wonder if their window is closing a little bit.
Full count, 2 outs, bases clear. Shout out Mount St. Mary Athletic Director Richie Henderson. I've traveled out to Mount St. Mary now for a couple different sports, and he always helps me get set up out there. Mount St. Mary full of great people. 3-2 from Barnes. The fastball swung on, pop up right side, staying on the field of play. It will be Watson to make the call and the grab. That does it for the bottom of the 5th. 11-2 as we head to the 6th. And I'm looking at Adam, the Tuttle Tigers, as they walk out. They're having their little meeting in between innings, and I'm just watching their faces. I'm just looking at the faces of these guys. They are locked in, but they're having, as you said, a lot of fun. And that's what it is when you're coming out here and playing high school baseball. You're out here, you're having a good time. You're with your brothers, right? You're with your best friends. And for this team, it looks like they're going to be able to win it all with that brotherhood intact.
Yeah, and you have to enjoy it a little bit more, especially since this is the last time they're all going to be together. They're all going to go to college or go straight into the workforce and go their separate ways. So, yeah, you have to – it's a little bit bittersweet even when you win the state championships because you're going on with your own life and you have to say goodbye to your friends and moving on. But they're definitely having a lot of fun.
We're done with the 5th. That one brought to you by Ferguson Roof Systems. Back for the 6th after this commercial break.
The Tuttle Tag Agency at 303 West Main in Tuttle is a proud supporter of Tigers Sports. Friendly service, knowledgeable, and helpful. Conveniently located in downtown Tuttle. The Tuttle Tag Agency is your nearest office for the DMV practice test. The Tuttle Tag Agency open Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. Call 405-381-2413. The Tuttle Tag Agency, located at 303 West Main.
Step out of the big box stores and step into being a valued customer. Shopping local at Simar Sales and Service, your local lawnmower repair service, located at 2623 OK 37 in Tuttle. A Cub Cadet dealer with a bold design and quality cut. You'll see why they're a cut above the rest, featuring DeWalt, Cub mowers, trailers, and small engine repair. Simmer Sales and Service, where value is still invested in the customer. Call 405-266-2663. Go Tigers!
Top of the 6th, Tuttle swinging the sticks once more, up 9. It's a quick 0-2 count on Traylon Barnes, the leadoff batter this inning. This one goes Barnes, Forrest, and Heathcote. Still facing down Miles Stanley. Next pitch, he tags, hit hard over to short, knocked down right at straightaway short. And he came off the bag. It was a pretty tough stretch right there from Tyler Stubblefield. Or excuse me, from Jefferson Hodge. No, from Parker Hayes, my mistake at first. He nearly got him, but the umpire up the line says he just got that back foot off the bag, and it allows the runner to be safe.
After that single, next up is our favorite guy, Andy Forrest. He's K-looking his first time up, and he's grounded out and popped out his next two times.
Tyson Kennedy running over at first. The pitch to Forrest is a called strike. He squared around, showed bunt, but pulled it back. 0-1. We eventually got there. I eventually got there with that call.
It's been a long week, hasn't it?
Yeah, a very long week. 0-1 at the plate. Forrest stands back in. No bunt shown on this one. He ducks out of the way of the ball up, 1-1.
Did he get out of the way enough for that one, Luke?
Yeah, he got out of the way enough for that one, seeing as how it didn't hit him.
I don't like that rule.
1-1. It's a move over to first. Nothing going there.
Ball and a strike.
Well, Adam, we're very quickly, very steadily approaching the end of this one. I've asked you what MSM needs to do to get back in this one. A hard hit, line drive over to first. It's a double play, unassisted by the first baseman, Parker Hayes. Not bad at all right there for Mount St. Mary. I was going to say, now, what would you say both teams have done well in this game?
I don't know what comes out at the top of my head for Mount St. Mary, but if you're Tuttle, you've done everything well. I mean, we talked about before, having those two batters that haven't had a hit yet, they need to get a hit as a curveball slides in there for the first strike to Hudson Heathcote. Heathcote has a fly out and a pop out, and he's also been hit by a pitch one time. There should be 2 hit by pitches, but he had to go back as another ball misses outside. Count is now 1-1. But yeah, Tuttle's pretty much done everything right. And if you're Mount St. Mary, as pop-up happens to the left center field, coming in, it should be an easy play for the Mount St. Mary left fielder. That is Grayson Buell, and that is the end of the inning.
All right, we'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. More from Shawnee after this.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
Congratulations to Tuttle Tiger football for another great season, an undefeated season. From your friends at Route 66 Propane at 210 North Mustang Road. For all your propane needs, tank sets, bottle fills, commercial and farm, locally owned and operated, everybody needs a little gas. From Route 66 Propane, give them a call at 405-953-7002. Route 66 Propane.
Provision Home Care in Tuttle at 308 West Main Street is your Central Oklahoma home care provider, offering personalized, non-medical services tailored to each individual's needs. Locally owned and operated with over 45 years of combined experience, Provision Home Care believes that quality starts with trust, consistency, and compassion. Our caregivers are carefully screened, trained, and supported to ensure dependable and respectful care for every client. Provision Home Care offers up to 24-hour care services like mobility assistance, meal field preparation, personal care, transportation services, and more. Call 405-240-9876 or go to provisionhome.care to learn more. Provision Home Care, you're loved. Our calling.
Back for the bottom of the sixth. This inning goes Stanley, Hodge, and Webb, and trailing 11-2, now in a 1-1 count. Is there a way back in for Tuttle? I mean, they've got to take it a little bit at a time, but only 2 more chances at the plate. 1-1 swung on, hit high in the air, out right side, and heading out of play.
Right, and what you have to do if you're Mount St. Mary's, you have to start swinging the bat a little bit more, but having productive at-bats. You can't swing at the bat if it's a ball you don't like to swing at. And they just let Traylon Barnes get way too comfortable on the mound. He was just able to relax with his gigantic run support and throw whatever he wants. So
yeah, a 9-run lead will do that for you. Breaking ball missed outside, even count 2-2. It's a little bit different throwing in a 2-2 tie game to an 11-2 blowout. Just a little bit. Number 22 at the plate, a right-handed bat. The 2-2 pitch to him. That one misses low for ball number 3.
There's been nothing but zeros on the board for Mount St. Mary ever since the first inning. They scored 2 that first inning, and then it's been zeros after that. So obviously a catastrophe if you're a Mount St. Mary fan.
Swing and a miss. Fooled him on the breaker. Barnes still has a little bit more in the tank. Still can find a few strikeouts.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Tuttle bullpen. I don't see any activity in the bullpen. Maybe I missed it, and maybe there's a pitcher ready to go. But there's nobody in the bullpen for Tuttle or Mount St. Mary. I think Mount St. Mary's saying, like, okay, we've lost this one. We're not going to waste any more pitchers. Or Tuttle is saying, we're going to let him go the distance.
I mean, I say it all the time. The way Barnes is throwing right now, why wouldn't you let him go the whole game? This guy is trying to throw a complete game, 9-run win in the state championship. Why not let him see if he can go the whole way? Nothing to 1. Next pitch, fouled off, 0-2.
Right, and I'm absolutely agreeing with letting him to go the whole distance. But during the last 2 innings now, I wouldn't be opposed to at least having a pitcher in the bullpen warm up, because very quickly in the game of baseball, you can have one inning that we've seen so far where 3 or 5 runs are given up as a fastball runs in there for another strike. Actually, that was a ball. It looked like it was right down the middle. No, it's a ball. It's 1-2. But yeah, in the game of baseball, a half inning can very easily spiral out of control.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Barnes in his motion. Time called, no pitch.
So because of that, I wouldn't be opposed to at least having a pitcher in the bullpen for Tuttle at least starting to warm up.
Count still 1-2. Barnes looking for another strikeout. Here's his pitch. Ground ball over to short. Dickerson on the backhand. Knocks it down, trying to stay with it. No throw over to first. That's the first error of the day on the Tuttle Tigers defense. Does allow for a Mount St. Mary base.
Are we calling that an error? It's a very hard hit ball.
That's an error.
Okay.
10 hits, 1 error. Mount St. Mary 3 hits, 2 errors. Runner on first. Looks like we're going to have a quick meeting. And Adam, you may be right. We may see a new pitcher here late in this game. Well, we'll see what this call is. Before we go to break, 6th inning is brought to you by Simmer Sales and Service. Simmer Sales, 2623 East Highway 37 in Tuttle. Highly reviewed, locally owned business. Call 405-266-2663. They do DeWalt, Cub mowers, utility trailers, small engine repair, and much more. Find them on Facebook, Simmer Sales and Service.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are a quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we can get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're a quick and friendly service and we'd love to meet you for the first time. Stop by and see us today.
Mount visit has concluded. Looks like they were talking at him to Traylon Barnes, potentially a leg issue for him. Could you tell what they were talking about?
No, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I'm in the press box. We're miles away from the mound. So, no, I can't tell what he's talking about.
Well, my mistake for asking you a question.
Because of that, now it looks like I was right. There's movement in the bullpen for Tuttle. It looks like 2 pitchers are actually warming up in there instead of just 1. But we'll see if we don't even have to use those 2 pitchers and let Barnes go as far as he can.
Well, potential injury is unusual circumstance, right?
Yes. If he does get injured, then the Tuttle pitchers will have as much time as they want to get ready and come back in the game.
All right, 0-1 to the new bat. One runner on, one out on the board, and it's a big lead at first. No runner goes. The pitch home is a ball low. Got him out 1-1. Up right now, Adam Jefferson Hodge, number 10. 1-1. Barnes with the move over to first. Keeps him close. And I think I said number 10. Number 13, Wade Webb. Hodge is on first. One's all across the board. Bottom of the sixth, action here in Shawnee. Here's a big swing, bounding ball over to McCoy. He plays it well, goes to second for one. The roll, not in time for the double play.
Good snag by Watson to keep the ball in front of him and not let him get second.
That's out number 2 on the board. The lead runner in. Hodge is retired. Webb now situated on first after replacing the runner. Rylan Kuklinski up to bat next. Starting catcher for MSM steps into the box. Rylan Kuklinski, again, the junior catcher. He will have one more year of high school ball here for Shawnee, or excuse me, here for Mount St. Mary. One more chance to return to Shawnee it is. Barnes still on the bump. Checks once, goes home. Fastball up and in for ball number 1. Question is, though, what relievers do we see? We haven't seen relievers in like any round of the playoff.
Their starters are just so good.
Who
but
do
from,
we go to?
From what I can tell, is 2 right-handed pitchers on the bullpen.
2-0 here from Barnes. That's very interesting to see who they pull in to close this game out if they do. It'd be arguably the biggest moment of the career up to that point to come in this one.
Yeah, and close out the state championship game.
2-0. Barnes gives one look over. Now 2. He goes home. Fastball swung on, hit well out to left field. This one going back towards the wall. Doesn't have enough. It's gone. Rylan Kuklinski, a 2-run home run in the bottom of 6. And that gives the Mount St. Mary's faithful something to cheer about. 11-4.
And I know that's only 2 runs, but as I stated before, 1/2 inning can get away from you as a pitcher. And so that's definitely why I love seeing action in the bullpen.
4 runs on 4 hits for the Rockets. They cut the lead down now to 7.
That's still a tall task in only 2 innings, though.
Will Grayson up to bat. The bases cleared. 2 outs on the board. And again, now a 7-run deficit that Mount St. Mary faces, 11-4.
Try not to chuckle when you said that. Yeah, only 7.
Swing and a miss on the first offering by Traylon Barnes. That ball dropped off the table, disappeared on the barrel of his bat. 0-1. He winds and deals on the 0-1 and goes back to the breaker and gets a call on strike 2. Well, Barnes, after giving up that home run, hasn't missed a beat. He's way ahead in the next at-bat. Grayson takes his time getting back in the box, and I don't blame him for that one. He's trying to settle himself down. 0-2. Here's the pitch from Barnes. Went back to the curveball. That one jumped on and sent into left field. It's a base hit for number 5, Will Grayson.
All of a sudden, the Rockets showing a little bit of life here in the bottom half of the
Tried to go back to the well, left that one a little bit too far up, and Grayson was ready for it.
Yeah, good job out there by Luke Dahlgren to go to one knee because the ball is bounding a little bit and take it off the chest to make sure it doesn't get by him to the wall. He blocked that kind of like a catcher out there in left field.
So with 1 Grayson on, here's the second, Sam Grayson, the DH for the Rockets. 1 runner on, still 2 outs on the board. Barnes deals to Sam Grayson. That one low outside. Count goes 1-0. I think here's what happened. I think Barnes is they're gonna let him see if he can get out of this inning, and then we'll bring in a closer, and that'll be it. I don't anticipate Barnes needing to go back out for one more, move over to first.
Yeah, I agree, especially if he could be potentially dealing with a leg issue. Like, why risk it? He's already given up 2 more runs. So, again, that big inning, that's the inning you want to avoid.
1-0 pitch. Ground ball over to McCoy, and that should get him out of it. A crow hop over, and McCoy gets the out. He has been extremely consistent in the field. Outfield, infield, doesn't matter, and he gets 1 more there. 11-4 after the end of the 6th. Well, we're heading to the 7th inning in Tuttle, Oklahoma. 1 more full inning to go in the state championship for Class 4A. Sixth inning was brought to you by Simmer Sales and Service. We're back for the 7th after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Step out of the big box stores and step into being a valued customer. Shopping local at Simmer Sales and Service, your local lawnmower repair service located at 2623 OK37 in Tuttle. A Cub Cadet dealer with a bold design and quality cut. You'll see why they're a cut above the rest, featuring DeWalt, Cub mowers, trailers, and small engine repair. Simmer Sales and Service, where value is still invested in the customer. Call 405-266-2663. Go Tigers!
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, or utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
And we are back for the 7th inning of play here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The 7th and final inning, potentially, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. First pitch of this inning, a called strike low inside, and we're underway in this one with Nolan Pratt. We've talked about Napa in length so far today. Back in downtown Tuttle, make sure you get that app. They close at 2 p.m. today, so you still got 2 hours to get by there if you are listening or watching from back home in Tuttle. Napa Auto Parts, sponsor for the 7th inning. The 0-2 thrown in there very quickly, but that one crosses too low. 1-2 for Pratt.
I think we heard from the announcers a little bit while ago that is a very special day for Miles Stanley over on the Mount St. Mary side of things, as another pitch moves outside. The count's 2-2. But a very happy birthday to Miles Stanley, the shortstop for Mount St. Mary Rockets.
That is pretty cool. Didn't know it was Stanley's birthday. He gets a swinging strike right there. It's a strikeout for Pratt and one gone in the top of 7th. You know, Miles Stanley, starting shortstop, has to come into this game and relieve, has to try to shut down a Tuttle order that has been lights out all season long. He ends up giving up a few, but he forces them to put up the only 0 they put up of the game in the top of the 6th.
Absolutely, and on top of that, he can do it with the bat too. He has a single.
First pitch, up and in, 1-0 to Dahlgren. Okay, there's just, we said that this was most likely how this state bracket was going to end up anyways. I think a Tuttle victory, if that is where it goes, is what this game was always going to end up. I've said for weeks and weeks and games that I don't think anybody in the state was beating Tuttle this year. Mount St. Mary's got there and won on them, but it's a game in March. It's not exactly the biggest stage. And Tuttle came out and showed why they were the number 1 seed
I
today.
think I said way back when Tuttle was playing Broken Bow in regionals, I would love to see a Tuttle Mount St. Mary game.
Might have. Hey, the people watching will have to go back and listen to some of those old regional
tell me
games.
if I was right. I said that because I thought it was going to be a lot closer than the game we're getting now, the 1 and 3 seeds.
2-1 swung on, hard hit ball out to center field. It's straightaway center. The catch is going to be made.
His white hat fell off, and I thought it was a baseball for a second.
That is Wade Webb out in center field, number 13, making the grab. 2 gone. Dahlgren retired. That brings up Mason Dickerson. Maybe fittingly, this inning has gone 7, 8, and 9 for the Tuttle Tigers in the 7th inning.
They've only shown 3 batters the last half inning, and they're potentially going to do that the next inning in a row. That's kind of a rarity for the Tuttle Tigers to get out on 3 batters.
A pinch hitter in this situation is going to be number 38, the senior, Jet Jones.
Yeah, why not? He's a senior. Let him get his one little moment of glory in the state title game.
Here's hoping Jones knocks himself a home run. That'd be a great cap-off to this one.
That'd be an amazing cap-off.
Jones, the lefty, steps into the box. The first pitch to him, outside for ball 1. We've actually seen Jones in other rounds, other games here in the playoffs. As a senior, he's a great bat, and it is good to see him getting a chance to shine. Swing and a miss right there from number 38. Count goes 1-1. We're at the bottom of the Tuttle order. If he gets on, it rolls back over to the top with Jet McCoy. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Way up and out. 2-1. Miles Stanley just trying to get one more out here to close out this game for the Rockets, and then they try to make a miracle happen with the sticks. 2-1. The pitch. Oh, and it hits him. Hit the senior right in the back. Listen, man, I've been there. I know how that feels.
He went down to both knees completely facing our way, away from the field. You could see him grimace, and yeah, that hurts a lot, but it definitely does the job.
I have been there, man. I have been there.
And he gets a standing ovation as he gets a pinch runner running off the field.
I give him a clap for that one. Quick hug with his head coach.
He does get a clap for that one.
Quick hug with the head coach over there. He'll dap up the rest of his team. The senior, in one final at-bat in the state championship game, finds his way on base.
I know he wanted to end his high school career with a hit, but he got hit.
A hit by is close enough. Number 16, Trenton Flannery, headed over to pinch runner.
I think he'll have a good laugh about that one in a couple of years.
Oh yeah. I think he's having a good laugh about it right now. Nothing to McCoy. He comes out swinging, fouls one into the net. Mallory heads back to first. Trenton Flannery, senior outfielder himself, over at first base now. Again, this is just kind of showcasing the depth that Tuttle has, right? We've talked about that a lot, but they have a lot of upperclassmen that aren't playing because their team is so good. Move over to first. Flannery goes diving back in safely.
Right, and we just saw that those upperclassmen that come off the bench are more than capable of getting on base. So yeah, I agree. So much depth. That's why they're always the 1 seed, always at the top of 4A.
Runner goes. The throw down to second looks good, and they got him. Flannery caught stealing. That'll do it for the top of the 7th. Tuttle puts up a 0 for the second inning in a row, but now they're 3 outs away from a state championship victory in Shawnee.
Great throw, by the way, by Kuklinski for Mountain St. Mary. Pretty much perfect on the correct side of the bag, and it just got him stealing.
All right, let's go to the final half inning here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
At FNBT, our community is our team. And with every transaction you make using your Team Spirit card, we're giving back to local schools for academics, sports, and everything in between. This year alone, you helped us donate more than $71,000. Let's make a bigger impact together. Get your Team Spirit card today.
Experience Napa know-how for yourself at Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 2 Saturdays. Napa is your local auto parts provider with trusted service, a variety of heavy-duty equipment, and an online shopping experience that will help you find exactly what you need. Call Napa at 405-381-6277. And remember Napa when you need tools, batteries, filters, custom fender flares and trim, accessories, and more. Napa Auto Parts in Tuttle, 203 West Main Street.
The Tuttle Tag Agency at 303 West Main in Tuttle is a proud supporter of Tigers Sports. Friendly service, knowledgeable, and helpful. Conveniently located in downtown Tuttle. The Tuttle Tag Agency is your nearest office for the DMV practice test. The Tuttle Tag Agency open Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m. Call 405-381-2413. The Tuttle Tag Agency located at 303 West Main.
Mount St. Mary in their final opportunity. Ask the question, do you believe in miracles? They've got to get 7 runs in 3 outs.
They're also leaving Traylon Barnes in the game, and why not, to try to finish out that game. And Luke, it seems pretty much out of reach now. It's an 11-4 game in favor of Tuttle. And 6 championships in baseball has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
It does. It does indeed. Ball 1 dealt outside to the current batter. And here we go. Barnes deals pitch number 2. That one, pound the strike zone, 1-1. Currently up to bat, you're looking at number 9. This is Parker Hayes. Hayes with a hard ground ball over to short. Knocked down. What a play. Mason Dickerson with a web gem to cap it off. Mason Dickerson, are you kidding me? He's a junior. They got one more year.
They got one more year out of him.
One more year out of him.
Dove, popped up, and completely spun over his left shoulder and threw his strike to Hunter Watson standing over there on first. That was absolutely incredible. Gold Glove level player out there, and they have him for one more year too.
Nothing to the next batter, Tyler Stubblefield outside. The Misty Ocean Insurance Agency at 201 West Main in Tuttle wants to extend a congratulations to Tuttle Tigers on their approaching state championship, we'll call it. Call 405-381-9329 for Misty Gosen. And remember, Misty, when you need all your types of insurance, auto, home, life, and more. 2-0 pitch. Hits the strike zone on the outer half. 2-1 against Stubblefield. Cholinos in Yukon, 1227 South Garth Brooks is also a big supporter of Tuttle baseball. Here's a ground ball hit the other way. Fielded well by Forrest, and his throw in time to retire the runner. 2 gone. And Adam, 1 out away.
1 out away, too, and they have to face the 9-hole. So if I would say easy part of the lineup, for this last out, you definitely want to face the bottom of the lineup because he'll be the most likely to get out.
Tuttle fans on their feet in Shawnee. 1 out to go. Angel Rascon, the final potential batter for the Rockets. The 0-0 to him goes by in the turf, 1-0. And Barnes looking for the complete game victory in the state championship. Had to overcome a little bit of adversity, a lot of obstacles. But look at how he has thrown this game. He's been confident. He's been locked in. He's been trailing Barnes. 1-1. Ball up and in for number 2. 2 ball, 1 strike. And maybe that is, Adam, the best way to describe it. Traylon Barnes today has been Traylon Barnes. 2-1, low outside. 3-1. Hitters count here. Well, this place is ready to erupt in red as soon as out number 3 comes by.
Yeah, I think our press box is about to start swaying a little bit more again.
He does walk Rascon. The freshman heads down to first with the 2-out walk. Runner on. That brings up Miles Stanley, the opposing pitcher.
Guess the other way to storybook end it is pitcher on pitcher.
Maybe. Again, baseball just kind of has a way of ending up in these situations, doesn't it? It's pitcher versus pitcher.
We already saw Hodge go to shortstop after he finished pitching, and he immediately got like 3 plays. So, yeah, the ball definitely has a way of finding you when you don't want it to find you.
Tuttle starter versus MSM reliever. 2 outs. Runner on. Barnes set for the 0-0, working on the stretch. Deals a first pitch strike.
I know Hodge was kind of bummed after he left the mound because he gave up so many runs, and then immediately he has to lock in and make a play.
That's baseball. 0-1 for Barnes. Goes to the slide piece outside. Left it too far out, though. 1-1. Couldn't draw the swing. Even count here. Thanks, everybody who's been tuned in with us on YouTube or on the online stream. Want to thank you for your time and spending your morning with us. 1-1. Barnes' next offering. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-1. And we've got playoff soccer after this on YouTube and the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Starts in about 50 minutes.
Yeah, I think we'll be getting back at probably the start of the second half. So, yeah, we'll get to watch some pretty good soccer down there.
2-1 swung on, fouled off over the net and past us in the press box. 2s all across the board, 1 strike to go. And now you hear the cheer from the Tuttle crowd once again.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Barnes looking for the complete game victory in the championship. Toes the rubber for potentially one final time. Looks in, has his sign, now comes set. Here's his 2-2. Curveball swung on, fouled off. Stanley stays alive. Now let's go to the other way, Adam. MSM, they're fighting now with everything they have for just each strike at a time, trying to keep this one going.
They're just going to make it as hard as possible for Traylon Barnes. They don't want him to have the honor of throwing a complete game against them in the state championship.
2-2. Barnes' next pitch. Fastball outside. Missed the black. Full count. Runner will be moving. 3-2, Adam, 2 outs. It comes down to this. Barnes looks in, taking his time. Wants to make a good pitch. He lifts and goes. Oh, and he hit him. We had to get one. We had to get one hit by pitch. That'll bring up Jefferson Hodge. We see one more batter.
Just can't quite get that last out. Like, we're always, as we're thinking we're going to be done, we're like, and then we have to go for another batter.
That's funny. Well, here's Jefferson Hodge. Now it's starter versus starter, but looks like before this at bat, we're going to have a quick mound visit. We'll go to one more break, and we're back after this.
Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle here. For years, I've been recommending Ferguson roof systems to homeowners across Oklahoma. So when Mother Nature struck my house, it was an easy call to make. There's no one I would trust more than Ferguson Roof Systems for my home's roof. Since 1977, Ferguson has led the industry with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and lifetime warranties. Plus, they'll even deal with the insurance companies so you don't have to. So when Mother Nature strikes, make your first call to Ferguson Roof Systems.
All right, Mount Visit has concluded. Barnes will remain in the game. No surprise there. Thanks to everybody who makes these streams possible, including our stream sponsors, Coyote Pond, Simplified Tech, Ship It Sooner, and Victory Mattress Outlet, as well as Toro Taxes. Can't do what we do without all of the local businesses that support us on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. To everybody listening, make sure you go give them a call or a visit. I know they'll appreciate it. Nothing to Hodge. A fastball spotted up well low outside. That's strike number one. And again, it's now starter versus starter, Adam. Hodge versus Barnes. Hodge is trying to do anything to keep his team alive. Barnes looking to end it. 0-1 from number 5. Swung on. Ground ball over to second. That's it. Tuttle wins the state championship. Number 6 in program history.
Won the state title.
Your final 11-4.
They almost tackled Barnes out there. Mallory was sprinting to the mound. He got his sidestepped and then almost trucked his pitcher and then started again Watson or whoever that was out there.
It's the complete season, the culmination of years of effort. Their last state championship, 2023. 3 years later, they come out and do it again.
Just a great group of guys, a great group of kids down there. They love each other so much. They're such good leaders. Such an amazing season. What a perfect way to cap off such a great season for the now 2026 baseball state championship champions, Tuttle Tigers.
Well, they will set things up for the trophy award ceremony. The Tuttle Tigers complete the immaculate season. They run through the playoffs, demolish everybody that got in their way, and they get one more against Mount St. Mary's to secure their title. We're going to break. When we come back to post-game show, we'll go over stats, we'll go over storylines, we'll tell you how the Tuttle Tigers ended up 2026 state champions. Stay tuned.
Relic Revival at 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon is Oklahoma's favorite antique store, offering an assortment of carefully selected treasures like neon clocks, signs, coins, clothes, furniture, and more. Located in the Old Mill Plaza, Relic Revival can be reached at 405-473-5125 and go to the website yukonvintagestore.com. Eric Brown at Relic Revival has collectibles, memorabilia, art pieces, and more. So remember to call Relic Revival 405-473-5125. There are no mundane items at Relic Revival, so stop by from 10 to 6 Tuesday to Friday and 10 to 3 on Saturday. Relic Revival is also on Facebook at Relic Revival OK, and if you stop by, you may meet your favorite naturalized Okie, Nigel Walsworth Higginbottom III. Relic Revival, 320 Elm Avenue in Yukon.
M&T Septic and Backhoe is your call for septic installation, pumping, and repair needs. M&T Septic and Backhoe has been installing septic systems for over 25 years. From home builders to homeowners, from old-fashioned septics to aerobic systems and lift stations, give M&T Septic and Backhoe a call at 405-387-9353. A call for all your septic systems, storm shelter, utility needs, offering free estimates and willing to work with you on all projects. Call 405-387-9353. M&T Septic and Backhoe.
The parking lots are full because it's always a celebration at Toledo's Mexican Restaurant in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. With a traditional flair of Mexican casual dining where your meal always begins with complimentary chips, cheese, and salsa. Then a lengthy menu selection from fajitas, tacos, enchiladas, fish tacos, and so much more. You don't have to be shy at Chilinos. Ask for our daily specials and finish your meal with our sopapilla or pick something from our dessert menu. Oklahomans have chosen Chilino's Mexican Restaurants in Yukon at 1227 Garth Brooks Boulevard in the Chisholm Shopping Center. Call 405-350-2006.
Made to the Blake Nightingale post-game show here live from Shawnee, Oklahoma. It's the conclusion of the 4A state champions. Tuttle wins 11-4 on a 10-hit game by the lineup in one where they really did everything. The small ball, the long ball, They had unselfish at-bats and really put the pressure on Mount St. Mary from the get-go.
Pretty much everything aside from that one caught stealing attempt at home, you can't really ask for Tuttle to do anything better. Like, yeah, they played unselfishly. They did pretty much every factor of baseball you can almost perfectly to a T. And Mount St. Mary, just early in the game after they scored those 2 runs, they just looked like they didn't want to play anymore. And that's a little disappointing. I expected a whole lot of a closer game. But Tuttle pretty much did everything right. And Mount St. Mary had 3 errors, 2 of them on one guy. And it was just a completely lopsided domination in the favor of the Tuttle Tigers.
For Mount St. Mary, like I said, state runner-ups. The game doesn't go their way, but they had an incredible season. You got to give your props, right? You got to say
absolutely.
Congratulations on such a year. As we heard it break, first 30-win season in program history.
Yeah, they're 30-7. You obviously can't take that away from Mount St. Mary. Incredible season in their own right.
Yeah, they'll have a lot of good players come back next year. They'll be situated in a good spot. No, they got to take this and they got to learn from it. They got to figure out what the next step is from here.
They do, and I expect they will. They'll go into next season frustrated and wanting to get back to this situation, and I very well expect them to be able to get back to Shawnee and fight for another state championship.
Remember, the Blake Nightingale is at 7304 Northwest Expressway back in the city. Make sure you do download the State Farm app, and you can find him through that as well. But if you don't want the app, you can always stop by and call 405-728-1313. All right, and then for the Tuttle Tigers, Adam, let's go through some individual stats here. First, starting with the guy who went the complete game, Traylon Barnes.
Right, looking at Traylon Barnes, we can see he only had a 4 strikeout game, which you told me is a little low. You thought it was going to be more than that. But again, in a sense, even though they didn't have a lot of balls fall, they did really well also putting the bat on the ball and only limiting Traylon Barnes to 4 strikeouts. Tuttle also had a lot of really good plays in the defense, throwing the ball into the infield well. We also saw Mesa Dickerson make that diving, spinning play and throwing a strike back to Hunter Watson sitting at first for that ground out.
Maybe one thing that stood out to me was he was tough.
He was tough.
Even when Mount St. Mary battles back, gets 2 in the bottom of the first.
And
even when they get 2 in the bottom of the 6th.
And all that after having a visit from the Shawnee trainer because he might have had a leg injury. Leg issue, rather. He stayed in the game, and he ended up pitching the entire game. So, yeah, toughness, perfect word to use for it.
It's an incredible individual performance from Traylon Barnes, but it doesn't do it without the guys behind him. Obviously, when you have a 7-run lead, your offense showed up and performed for you. Go through some of our top hitters for the game.
Let me start off with our guy, Andy Forrest. He only had 1 hit. Actually, he didn't even have a hit. His last up there, he grounded into a double play. But before that, he K'd and he grounded out and popped out. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because he's one of the big base movers. He moved his teammates around on the base. He hit it deep enough to get those guys into scoring position or deeper into scoring position where the guys before him and after him could hit those doubles and singles and drive-in runs. Let's look at Jet McCoy. He had a double, a pop-out, a walk, and a walk. That pop-out took away his perfect on-base percentage, but starting with that double, that's what got that first inning 2-run rally started. Obviously, getting on base. Then Jackson Johnson, that first inning, he grounded out. Then Hunter Watson, you have to talk about him, probably one of the players of the game. That 2-run home run that started off this game for the Tuttle Tigers. And after that, he had another double, and then his last 2 fly out and a K. But yeah, half of his at-bats were really dadgum good. And even the other half when he flew out, he still moved a runner around. So that's going to be a common theme out of all these Tigers, moving runners around. Pretty much all of them did that really well. Then Pratt, we're kind of surprised with his performance. He had a walk, a triple, and a double, and then he ended up K'ing out his last at-bat. But at that point of the game, the K didn't really matter. And that triple was one of the most fun things to watch in the game.
Mount St. Mary was just awarded the state runner-up trophy here on the home of the Wolves. Again, first 30-win season in program history. That team, although they didn't win it all, is historic for the Rockets program. Now we will see the team that did win it all, the Tuttle Tigers, about to be awarded their state championship trophy. Adam, what do you think is going through their minds right now? What do you think they're feeling?
They have to be feeling amazing right now. Again, I don't know if they're thinking about oh, this is the end of my high school career right now for the seniors, but if they are, it's definitely bittersweet. But what better way to go out than state champions in 2026?
Well, there is no better way to go out the state championship. And there it is. They've announced Tuttle as state champs. And the roar of the Tuttle faithful with the claps of the Mount St. Mary's fans echo throughout Shawnee, Oklahoma. The sixth one in program history. Their last one in 2023 took a couple of years to get back there, but you can't ever hold off the Tuttle Tigers for too long, and they proved that here today.
Right, and we already talked about it a little bit ago in the game. They have a lot of juniors too, not just seniors. The juniors that are really good at coming off the bench or already as starters that they're going to get returning for this Tuttle Tigers offense and the defense too. Mason Dickerson, we talked about him again, that phenomenal diving play. But he's coming back too. He's only a junior, and Tuttle will definitely be another force to be reckoned with next year.
I think you will be correct on that one. As they are awarded their medals and their trophy, we got to thank you one more time for tuning in. It's an 11-4 Tuttle Tigers victory at the end of the 2026 Class 4A State Championships, and we had a lot of fun. Luke Young, Adam Young from Shawnee, thank you once again. Thanks to all our sponsors. Thanks to everybody that watched. Thanks to Daniel back at the studio. And we'll send you over to soccer after this. 4A State Championship, Bethany High in soccer. We've got the call on GSN Sports and Talk. So anything else you want to say about this game?
Let's go hit up Chick-fil-A and let's go watch some championship soccer.
Thanks again to Misty Gosen and Chalinos for their support and everybody that you saw or heard on this broadcast.
Again, congratulations to these Tuttle Tigers. Phenomenal season by Mount St. Mary and the Rockets too, historic in their own right. Congratulations to them, and a big congratulations to your 2026 champions in baseball for 4A, your Tuttle Tigers.
We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your evening, and go tune in to soccer.
Ship it sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Congratulations to Tuttle Tiger football for another great season, an undefeated season. From your friends at Route 66 Propane at 210 North Mustang Road. For all your propane needs, tank sets, bottle fills, commercial and farm, locally owned and operated, everybody needs a little gas. From Route 66 Propane, give them a call at 405-953-7002. Route 66 Propane.
It's Girls' Day every day at Retro Rebel Boutique in Yukon, 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110. If you are looking for style and fashion for women and children at an affordable price, shop at Retro Rebel and see the amazing selection of clothing and jewelry we have to offer. Tops, bottoms, hats, footwear, we've got it all at Retro Rebel Boutique. We sell beautiful jewelry like our diamond earrings and pearl necklaces, and with our one-of-a-kind jewelry creation service, you get to choose your bling. New arrivals come in constantly, and Oliver & Co. fragrances paired with gift cards make perfect gifts for those close to you. Call 405-868-7719 or stop by 1010 Garth Brooks Boulevard, Suite 110 in Yukon.
Hi, I'm Trinity. I'm with Red River Credit Corporation. I've been with the loan service for about 2 years. We'd love to help you with your auto or signature loans. We are located at 1081 South Cornwall Drive in Suite 401, Yukon, Oklahoma. Our phone number is 405-354-1930. We offer no credit checks on our clear and free title. Our title loans are quick service, no credit check needed. Just come in with your vehicle and your title and we get you taken care of. We offer electronic closing. If you're a former borrower or an established loan here, we can help you from the comfort of your house. We're quick and friendly service and we